Have to make sure. Ooh, I'm actually splashing water all over my face here. Have to make sure it's running over here on the side. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're doing it up here in DayZ. We are on the console today. We are in version 102. And if you're reading the title correctly, and you are, there is a full wipe coming for us. That is for PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. It is mostly because of the duping. I mean, not mostly. It is because of all the duping that's gone rampant across the board. So yeah, that's you're seeing that correctly. So yeah, we're gonna be. I figured we might as well get our the loot that we do have, and it's all like duped gear from all these other trash bags that we've clapped way out there. So I've been collecting up, and I figured we might as well put it to good use. So we'll be doing some builds and stuff as we have been playing over on the on 104 on the PC. What's up? He says. She's the only one I've ever seen. We have Cheesy Gamer 101. What's up? We have Jerem Worf. He says we got to put the M4 in a random 10 in the woods before the wipe. Says it's the only one I've ever seen. Yeah, no, hopefully the loot tables will be getting a little better for sure. I'm trying to make sure that my software doesn't freak out. Over here, it looks like I'm like on the yellow. Boo. Hopefully it stabilizes. So yeah, we got an early start today. I figure we might as well use all of our loot again and get things all situated. But as you can see, we're at the clock tower. If you didn't know, it keeps track of the in-game time. Did you know? And now the chimes are a bit off, that's for sure. Oh, speaking of which, there's one right there. Yeah! Oh my goodness, so I'm so ready for this. So yeah, did I say I'm Jade Monkey, part of the BoiFriendSquad? What's up? We're doing this thing. Okay, so the game plan today is we will be doing DayZ here. We'll be using up some of that loot. And then we'll be switching over to Star Citizen over on the PC, which is 3.6 is out to everybody. That has a game package, so that is awesome. It looks really stellar. There's a lot of cool stuff. I think we'll have a few members of the BoiFriendSquad rolling with us, so that should be a ton of fun. But yeah, let's roll into the, I guess the more announcement part of the stream here, why you guys are here. Yes, you are reading that correctly. It does say full incoming wipe for consoles, PlayStation 4 and Xbox. It is most likely going to be next week. If everything goes okay with the certification process, it will be pushed in next week for both of the systems as far as I know. Now, this is directly from the developers. I'm going to read this. I don't have the same overlay as I do on the PC, so I'm going to read it to you. This is on July 10th, and we're recording this on, what is this, the 20th? 20th of July? And we will be posting stuff later. But anyways, okay, so from the DayZ developers, they say, we will send both PlayStation 4 and Xbox versions of the upcoming 104 plus 103 patch, because they are combined, update into submission next week. And this was July 10th. So it's already in submission. Okay, let's see. And it says, then it all depends on the results of the review process. So far, everything is looking like we'll be able to release the update by the end of July. So this coming week, there will be a full wipe. Or no, that's for the submission process. Oh shoot, where's the part about the Oh yeah, it was on the status report. Hang on. I'm reading this off my phone. Actually, I wish I had this on the screen so you guys could see it, but I'm just gonna read it verbatim. By the way, we do have a Discord. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up in the chat. Sorry, I switched setups, so I'm a little off. There we go. And in our DayZ chat, we have it there. Okay, let's see. Scrolling in there and checking it out. Okay, quick 104 update. This is from the developers on the website. And this pertains to PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. It says, we will carry out a complete server wipe and will introduce private servers. Yeah. Yeah, that's super exciting. I know we are going to be doing official first, but we will most definitely be doing a private server. So you better believe that's coming. So that's super exciting. I'm so glad I'm reading this because I kind of forgot about that. It says, also this update will address the current most troublesome issues in the game. Duping. Thank you. Server hopping and frame rates. Now, I can speak to the server hopping and the frame rates. Now, again, the submissions, by the way, when these get submitted, these versions of the game, both PlayStation and Xbox will share the same version, which is cool. But we have been lucky enough to be playing 104 on the PC, and that is the version that did get submitted last week. So if you're interested in that, if you go to the DayZ Highlights playlist, it's going to be in the description below. I'm going to try to put it here in chat. Boop! DayZ Highlights playlist, we post there. Anything, actually in the last 2 weeks we've been posting a lot from 104, so we'll go over a lot of the server hopping and how that's been mitigated. But anyway, so these versions will be submitted, so we've been lucky enough to feel out what's going on. So I should say, so expect a full wipe, and also if duping ever gets really bad in the future, I think the private servers will help squelch that, because as far as I understand it, duping is done by jumping around. I'm not exactly sure, but I mean that's what I've gathered. So if that is the case, if we have private servers, problem solved. Anyways, that's worst case scenario, right? So let's focus on the positive here. So the changes that are coming through that we have experienced are the anti-server hopping, which is in play for 104. I should say 104 and 103, because it is the same thing. They did get combined. So what does that mean? Let me see if I have the right overlay here. Sorry, I switched setups here when I'm on. Yeah, that's not right, is it? Okay, here's the big map. Okay, so this is a very generalized map. If you've noticed, and I'll just give you a rough synopsis, I actually have a video on server hopping. I have 2 videos on server hopping, and we might be testing it again later. But anyways, for you guys on console, so if you look at the letter row and the number row, like left to right, up and down, pretty much all the spawns happen on the shoreline, right? So with this new anti-server hopping, if you are geared and you switch servers that you're on, you will go inland almost 1 complete square. Now there's different areas for it, and we cover some of those, but you're not going to spawn on the beach if you have gear and you jump servers. You will keep your gear and whatever you have on you, but you will not be on the shoreline. It'll group you in other locations, and that's just like a light overlay for that, but it gives you, so basically you can't gang up on freshies on the beach. And I guess it's okay. I don't mind it so much because I like making plays on people that are bigger than I am, because that's how you get paid, but it's good news. And here's the other thing. So if I'm in, and again, just a quick rundown, let me make sure I've got this right here. So let's say we're going to make a build here. So basically, okay, let me rewind. This is so exciting, right? So you know how you've got a base and you have things locked and some dude will just jump in on you? Let's say you've got this place locked up nice and tight, right? And it's all barricaded, and nobody can come in. Somebody would just jump to another server, switch their position, and then be inside this building and then jump back to the server you're on. It's called ghosting or server hopping. That will no longer exist, because if I were to do that right now here, I would end up at another location that's not here in town. And I cannot tell you how amazing that is. That seems very small, but from the exposure that we've had doing it, it is amazing. It is awesome on every sense of the word. It's going to change the way all of us play here on the console, so I cannot wait. It's going to be big news, man. Like it's going to change things. Like another reason why I want to go through and do some of the building here and showcase some locations to maybe get started from, because you can actually hold a position and keep it. Now, raiding is a thing now. They fixed a lot of the problems with building, and we'll go over some of that too, but it definitely changes so much about this game, and it's going to make building so much more worthwhile. So that's why we are doing what we're doing today, to burn all of our characters' loot as fast as we possibly can, because I guaranteed, like, the loot that we have on most of our characters now came from duped people, because you've seen us clap people up and down on the shoreline. We don't dupe. We're not about that game. But let's not kid ourselves. Anybody we've looted in the last month or so it's all duped gear. It's out of control. If you go anywhere like by Solnichi, which is what, A4, it's a zoo. There's tents everywhere. So what I decided to do was collect up a bunch of stuff and try to do some building the best I can with what we have left, and we'll see how good or bad it is. We'll see if I get clapped. I'm trying to do this early in the morning so I don't pay the ultimate price. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, full server wipe, full character wipe. Oh yeah, I should go over that too. So a full wipe means a character wipe and a board wipe. So if I were to bury something here and there were to be a character wipe, anything on my characters will all go back to 0. And then if there wasn't a board wipe, I could come back to this location on the server and my stash would be in the ground. But a full wipe means character wipe, and it also means, hey, no spamming in the chat, my dude. The update's not out. It should be next week. Last week, the update? Yeah, I wish. Yeah, we were hoping it was last week. So yeah, full wipe means character wipe and board wipe. Buildings, cars, stashes will all go back to 0. Characters, all back to 0. We will all start on the beach. Oh yeah, real quick. We also noticed that your starting materials that you start with, like a can of soda pop and food and a a stone knife, you don't have a stone knife anymore. So you can't even like force a respawn on yourself to come back quick. Like, it changes so much about this game. So basically what it did was, from what we can gather, is it doesn't stop people from moving from server to server, which is cool, which is like what makes this game fun. But what it really does is it makes it so it's more of a decision and you have to deal with that jump. It's not putting an advantage on people to jump servers to do a raid on somebody or to get into a location that somebody has fortified. So yeah, it's very exciting. I cannot wait for the update. Like, I was hoping it was this week so bad, but it's got to be next week. Now, fingers crossed. That's if everything goes as planned. As far as we can tell, the build is very stable. As long as nothing catastrophic happened during the submission process, we should all be getting it next week. So, as you know, we play heavily on console, so we cannot wait, because this is our home, you know? So we cannot wait for that. And you best believe we'll be doing some super long duration streams around that. It's going to be great. So, yeah, it's going to be nuts. What's up? It says, can you guys tell me if the devs fixed the problem when you turn your character around and it would lag like crazy? I think so, yeah. From what we can tell, and again, we're playing on PC, so there is a hardware difference. And really, for those performance changes, to really, for us to feel them here on the consoles, we have to feel it on the hardware first. So, we'll be testing that. Any improvement in the lag department would be great. And let's be honest, the duping has really caused performance issues too, because there's way too much loot on the board that should be there. So for a lot of reasons, it's going to be good. It says, bruh, yeah? It says, and the new method to dupe, they don't patched? No, they did. As far as I know, all the duping methods have been patched. And as I said before, one of the upsides to having community servers is, if there somehow becomes a problem again, if we have those community servers, the private servers, we can just handle it ourselves as admins, which would be great. So it's a win-win. It's going to be great for all players on the console, and I cannot wait. We've been having a blast on the changes already, so be sure to check out the videos. DayZ Highlights playlist, I do post there daily. I will be posting a video there today. I meant to actually get one ready earlier today, but I was so anxious to get this. I wanted to do this as quickly as possible. So hopefully that covers a lot of the questions on the front end here, and we're going to be going in and hopefully using as many of these materials as possible, because none of this is going to be here after the update. It's going to be tight. Yeah. It says you should try a game called Scum. I have, and I do own it. It says the new update is online. No, not yet. We're still on 102 here on the consoles. We're waiting for 104. Swish, baby. I love your butt. Alright, hang on. I have to check somebody. Says, hey, Jade in chat, what's up? And then Taffy says, I had the LR and M4 just given to me by a random player yesterday. Yeah, it's probably because it was duped. Now, the loot tables feel really good on the new one. They feel great. I mean, for so many reasons, it's going to change the game. It's going to change how you loot. It's going to change where you play most of the time, but it's not going to change people moving from server to server to make big plays. It's good, man. We've had a chance to do some building there, some raid testing, and all kinds of stuff, which subsequently we have videos on. Okay, so let me stand up here. So I've been collecting all the trash that's up and down the coast for like the last, has it been 3 days? Maybe it's been 3 actual days. So I have quite a collection. Hopefully nobody stole it overnight. So yeah, hopefully we can walk through some builds, because now, I mean, after feeling what 104 feels like, it's really gonna change, like where you want to do your build first, how you want to build. Like you're gonna want to make a build for sure. Like there's no doubt in my mind. All right, hang on a sec. Let me check something real quick. What's up? What's up, JB? What's up, Agno? You dirty bitch! I love your bush. Hang on. This is Max. All we know is by the end of July. Yeah, it should be next week. It's most likely Monday through Thursday, but it could be on a Friday. Now, that's if nothing bad happened during the submission process. As far as I can tell, everything's good. Like, we've been playing 104, that version that's been submitted. It's on PC, and it feels really good. So there hasn't been, like, huge problems with it. Bingo! It says end of the month, by what day? I don't know. Yeah, not soon enough, right? Like, after us playing it, I am so about this update. I mean, you know, we've been playing this a lot, but I mean, it's really good. Yeah, we'll most likely be doing another 104 stream from the PC to give people more of an idea of what's going on. But yeah, I figured, I mean, I have like 11 characters here, so I want to burn through all the stuff that we've been collecting. Some of my characters have been alive for 2 months. Some of my characters have been collecting all that trash on the shoreline, and this is one of those characters. This is no exception. So here we go. What do you say? Dead Theories to stop lying. What? It says, wait, it says, what can you do on private server? Mods? No, you cannot do mods as far as I know. It says, when is that wipe? Whenever the update hits, which is next week sometime. Dave, that's funny. I'd say that, but I might get demonetized in the first like 20, 30 minutes or so. So that's funny though. I did see that. Okay, so we're out here talking about the 104 changes. Obviously, we're in 102 right now, and we're feeling out or looking around on the map to see where some good places are to start. And you really have to start looking at the board differently now, because even though we're currently building this in 102, we have played 104 long enough that server hopping, I cannot express this enough, has changed the game on multiple levels. The looting has changed, base building has changed, barricading yourself in a location makes a world of difference. Now, if you haven't done any building, I do have some building tutorials, or guides I should say, up on my YouTube channel, and it's in the DayZ Highlights playlist. I know I've been plugging that, but we got some good stuff to get you started. We'll be doing some more 104 stuff, but we figured since we have the capacity here and all the different materials, we might as well show people what's up. Now, the first thing you have to think about is the board itself. Now, since looting, or I'm sorry, well, I mean looting has changed, but since server hopping will push geared players inland, only nakeds and freshies spawn on the shoreline. So if you're looking left to right, up and down on the shoreline, you're only going to get freshies up and down there. The people that transfer in will have to traverse inland to the shoreline. So inherently that changes a lot of different things. So initially, I think, and we're in Cherno right now, that's like F1, E1, and E2. We're more on like Cherno City, which is more F1. The reason why we're choosing to do something this close inland is because of the dodge that's going to happen by anybody geared is going to have to come from inland out. Now, if you already are on this server, you will end up in the location you signed out as. That is very important to remember. I'm going to give you an idea of where we are here. And this is more of a build for 104 that's for on the cheap, because if you've done any building in the past, you'll know that it's pretty expensive. So, and it's hard to get all the materials. Now, one thing in 104 is that the plank pallets, if I said that right. By the way, the tape glitch does still work in 104, BTW. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the plank pallets do yield more planks, so they're definitely worth your while. Wait, Dead Theory says, do you remember when you agreed to marry me? What? Okay, what was I doing? Yeah, okay, so, actually I have to drink. My character must drink. It's so good, man. I hope that the update comes early next week, because we're going to be all over it. Another reason why we're going to be giving some of the other games some love this weekend. But, I mean, depending on what people want to see, if you guys want to see more 104 stuff, we can definitely stream it there. We have collected some vehicles and everything else over on the PC side. But anyways, to go back to, I mean, I just totally had a stroke. What was I saying? Oh yeah, plank pallets. Plank pallets do yield more planks. So if you look, I don't have a great, do I have one of these guys? Is this one? Oh yeah, okay. So if you use like a third-party application like iSurvive, if you look at the darker brown areas, those are potential plank spawns. Now we are more in like the lower half and in the center there, that's Cherno City. You're going to, we call Cherno Industrial to the right of the map there. That's where you're going to find a lot of planks. Another reason why vehicles are so important, because you can move a lot of weight quickly. But plank spawns are important to find. Anyway, so you can also take a hacksaw like this guy here and split logs into planks. It only gives you 3 per, so it's not super great, but it will get you started if you need to. You can start barricading things on the cheap right away in 104. And again, this is coming for Xbox and PlayStation next week. We are shooting this, what is this, July 20th? So depending on when, because I'm going to cut this up as a video too. I mean, I record while I stream, big surprise. And we'll be posting this one too, kind of talking about these different builds and stuff. But yes, anything we're talking about here does pertain to 104. So even if this video comes out when 104 hit, just know that all this stuff does pertain, because we have played 104. So anyways, to go back to my initial statement here. So starting off and barricading yourself is very important. Now, some of the key changes that have happened are you can break down locked doors in 104 with melee weapons. And it does vary, but you can do that. So you don't need a lockpick to do a breach. Now, you'll make a ton of noise, and you'll be vulnerable while you do it. But if somebody's here in the house, they will hear you. And I don't know about you, but if I heard somebody banging my door, I'm going to clap them cheeks. Anyway, so to kind of show you where we are, this is one of the starter locations. I thought we'd do, I picked this one out because it's a bit easier to rope off. It does kind of put you in the middle of a lot of different places and hopefully keeps you safe from a lot of the geared players that would be spawning in. So we're keeping you closer to the shoreline. So we're in Cherno City. Let me show you the big map real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so Cherno City is F1. And we'll show you the zoom in here. It's on the lower part of the map, and it's almost in the dead center, like those gray areas. So we're sitting in Cherno City. Once you get there, honestly, once you follow the railroad tracks down and you look towards the shoreline, you'll see this bell tower, or this clock tower, and then you just head inland. So actually the train tracks are right there. It's that bridge. And then you would head towards this clock tower, and once you head to this grassy area, you're going to look to your left. You're going to see these 2 yellow buildings, and you're going to just go right under the red sign. I found this to be a fairly decent place to set up for a couple of reasons. We can rope off a lot of different areas right out of the gate. So if you do have a lockpick, and you are fortunate enough to find one right off the gate, or right off the bat, geez, you can start to lock the perimeter immediately, which I would highly recommend that you do. Although here, somebody can jump in on me at any moment, which is kind of crazy. Oh, shoot. Is this the one side that... Okay. It is. Okay. I was like, I was pretty sure there's a door there. Okay, it is. Hopefully we can get this done before the server restarts on us. We might have to go over this again, but maybe we'll work through the kinks now. Okay, so if you look here, once you lock all these different doors, because there's basically two ways to get in, right? There's through the other building we just went through, and there's this side here that actually spills off into the grassy area here in the front. So once we have these secured, whether we barricade these, lock these, both, or even stick a wall in front of the doorway, we can create this small pocket back here, which also puts us close to the police station, which has got okay loot, but I mean, it's not the best. I always bag on the police station, but yeah, so you've got that there that you can loot constantly, because if you live here, that's something you can do. Now, I know you're not going to have the luxury of having all these tents here, and again, this is because we're on 102 showing you this, and there's tons of duped gear everywhere, so I just took a bunch of tents and a bunch of supplies everywhere, and just started to bone up. I mean, because people just leave trash everywhere, so it would be nice if you found a tent, but it's not required. What I would recommend doing, let's see if we can find this first. Yeah, a lot of this trash was all over the place, and it's it's a little insane. You don't have to have all of this set up to do it, but hopefully this chops down the time it takes to actually walk through it. I'm hoping this is the one that's got the one with the tools in it. As you know, if you've been down by Solnichi Factory in 102 right now in the consoles, it's an absolute zoo. There's tents and these sea chests everywhere. Now remember, these sea chests are going to be rare. These tents are going to be rare in 104. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen a sea chest yet in 104. Now, the good news is you can craft wooden crates. And again, I do have a video on that over on the DayZ Highlights playlist. I think it's called Wooden Crates. Wooden Crate? It's a craftable crate. All you need are planks and nails. It's pretty dope. Is this the one? Okay, good. Alright, so I'm assuming you would already have some of these supplies set up, and I put a bunch of this here because, well, it's all stolen, but in hopes that we could go through a lot of these different things. Okay, so really all you need to do is once you have a lockpick, you can barricade these doors, or I'm sorry, lock these doors shut. You can lock this door too, and you really only need 2 walls to get yourself locked off here. Now, the main thing, oh geez, is it gonna be one of these here? The main thing, yeah, I wonder if the placement has changed a little bit, because I know in 104 it's not quite as fickle. Man, that's really going to suck if we can't lock that one off. And honestly, we need to lock it off on this end right here. Well, I'm going to look like a real dick if I can't lock it off here while I'm trying to show you guys. Let's see if we can't finesse it. Yeah, I noticed that some of the placement has gotten a little better with, oh, see, we got it there for a second. The reason why we want to do it on the outside of this wall and not the inside is because if we stuck it on the inside like this and just locked it off, all it's going to do is make it so somebody can walk up this angled piece here. So the idea is to create like a bend. And I thought we could do this in 2, but maybe I am out of my mind. Yeah, maybe we do have to do it in 3. It seems like the rule here is like any place you want to lock off, it's got to be, it's almost like 3 wall widths. Man, it is really picky in this version. Wow. I guess I kind of took it for granted doing all this stuff in 104. We'll take it. We'll make it janky. Although it does kind of go against what I was just trying to say, making this less wall pieces for us. But we'll make do. We'll make do. Oh yes, another quick. A lot of these wall glitches, or not glitches, but some of the errors they had where you could basically reuse those wooden poles, wooden logs. What are they called? These guys, the posts. You do have to keep them in the base. You cannot reuse them like you can here. So we will be reusing them because we are trying to do this quickly. But yeah, it's pretty insane. A lot of things were fixed. There's an exterior and interior part of the wall, so there's a soft side and a hard side to the wall, making things very, well, as they were intended. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and throw this one up. Dang, dude. We're going to have to do this in like 4 pieces. Full server wipe and player wipe. Yes, board and character wipe incoming. We might have to start this over. Maybe we just prime this and wait for the update. Did my shovel break already? Son of a... You know what? We might have to take a detour just to find a shovel and come back. Dude, I didn't realize how bad the placement was in 102. Dang, dude. I'm hoping we can show some of these hotspots we found. Yikes. Well, in that case, let's go look for a shovel since we're gonna have a server restart in a few minutes. I want to make sure we get through some of this. We'll have to walk through some of this again, but I didn't realize my shovel is so busted. But then again, I've been moving a lot of stuff around. This is when is the update? Should be sometime next week. If everything goes as planned, and I hope nothing goes wrong, because we all really need it, right? Like, we've been suffering on console for a hot minute. Like, dealing with all the duping and stuff, and like the super tents has just been, it's been crazy. Let's not kid ourselves. It's been absolutely nuts. Oi, I locked all these doors too, didn't I? What a teabag. I have to look on my map to see where we have to go. What's up? I'll catch up on chat here. Callum says, on private servers, can I make it so I'll spawn with more rare weapons? Yeah, I suppose so. I know if we do our server, it's most likely to be more standard rules. Like I said, we're going to be playing on official servers off the rip, and then we'll be working our way back to private servers, probably maintaining both, to be honest with you. How do I not know where I'm at? That really sucks that we can't place those fence posts, right? My goodness. I'm cheating here. We're gonna have to wait for the server restart. So I'm kind of stalling. We'll have to go over this again. Dang, that sucks. And I'm trying to do it during daylight because we don't have night vision. By the way, night vision's coming, and oh my goodness. Like, we have it on scopes now, but I'm saying like a helmet piece where it sits. It's dope. Yeah, we'll just go up to the industrial area and start searching for it. I should also say, loot cycling. I know it used to be an old term for an exploit. I don't know if, yeah, I guess it would be considered an exploit, but that was years ago. Have no illusions. Loot cycling is not cheating. Loot cycling is definitely something you're going to have to do with the new update. So I think there's confusion whenever somebody says it's an exploit or cheating. They are confused. That is not looting in the game as the way it was intended is not cheating by any sense of the word. So basically, yeah, loot cycling is going to be a thing, especially since you'll be more anchored to servers, which is great. I think most players will agree with that. Yeah, loot cycling is definitely a thing. Yeah, first, you may not even run into it. Maybe it's just me because I deal with a lot of noise sometimes. But I had a bunch of people come in and like, I can't believe you're cheating. I was like, what are you talking about, dude? It's like nobody we play with cheats, including myself. Like, and then I found out they were talking about loot cycling. I was like, which blew my mind even more. I'm like, are you kidding? I'm like, how is looting cheating? I don't know, it just blew my mind. And then I thought they were trolling for a bit, but then come to find out it was like an old thing, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, where like, I guess when you would loot cycle, the respawn timers or the cooldown didn't happen, and so you would have to or like you could just stand there and the loot would come back. So like the difference is, and this is probably more confusing, I probably shouldn't even talk about it because it's probably, most people are like, what? I don't even know what you're talking about. So like now if you loot cycle and you move something off of a spawn and you leave the area for a certain amount of time, and you do have to leave the area, loot will eventually spawn back in. It doesn't spawn back in on top of you. Like there's a cooldown that happens there, and there's like a distance and you have to move things. But I guess in the, I don't know, years ago, it used to be you would just move it and you could stand there and it would come back. But that is not the case, has never been the case on any of the consoles for as long as they've been out. So, just to clarify, it's not an exploit or cheating. So, and maybe we just need to call it a different term than loot cycling. But I mean, loot cycling is like a valid term in other games. It's like a game mechanic. It's like what you do to get loot to spawn back in. What's up? Kimmy says, dude, you're up early. What's up? Kill City HD says, what console are you playing on? I am playing on the One X Xbox. But the good news is, no matter who gets it first, I hope we both get it at the same time. I'm not sure what the release schedule is like. But rest assured, even if the PlayStation 4 comes out first, you know, whether it's by hours or a day or whatever, the version that's coming out for the consoles is identical. So if we by chance get it first, then, I mean, whatever's happening there is exactly what's coming for you guys. So, I need to find another shovel because mine is toast. Caleb says, I wonder how DayZ will run on the Xbox Scarlet. Ooh, that's a good question. I think this Xbox and the PlayStation hardware, even the original, like the first versions of both of those, can run this game. I just think it needs an optimization pass, is what I think. Man, I really need a shovel. I had more or less everything for a car. Oh, Caleb, thanks for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. It says, thanks for all the tips and tricks. Also, since they are server wiping on Xbox, are you going to play Xbox more often? Oh, yeah. No, we typically do play Xbox like 90% of the time. The only reason why we've been playing, and we'll occasionally pop over to PC, and the only reason why we've been playing a lot of 104 on PC is because there's been so many changes, because 103 and 104 were combined. But yeah, no, we primarily play on, although I guess in the last month we haven't been, so this is probably the longest we've been playing DayZ on the PC for like a long stretch of time recently. Yeah, like the last year, because we played this in preview. We've been playing for almost a solid year now, so got some time. But thank you for the super chat, Caleb. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, as a matter of fact, most of the crew for the Boyfriend Squad all resides on the Xbox. So gloves. I want to loot cycle this, but I'm like afraid to drop my bag too when it's this late in the what is this? The server restart. I was trying to get this started like when there's daylight out, but this may screw up our plans. I do have like 3 other characters set up because I've been spending like 3 real days getting all this stuff like collected. Luis says, Xbox X FPS any better because the Xbox is so lag. It's lag on all the hardware from the Xbox to the PlayStation. It's the optimization that needs to happen on the software end. We do have an increase in performance between the PlayStation Pro and the Xbox One X compared to their OG counterparts. I'm saying like compared to the first release of the PlayStation, the OG, and then like the OG Xbox to like the Xbox One X, if that makes sense. But I think once they do the optimization, we're going to feel a lot better. I mean, 104 plays like a dream on the PC, but again, until we get it on the hardware, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I also am rolling a 2080 Ti RTX on PC, so I'm a little skewed. Why am I looking in here? I'm such a loot whore. I'm so used to looting. I tell you what though, playing back to the old rules, because basically to get geared now, we would just go up the shore and go clap cheeks on, and it was the Solnichi Factory, which is A4, to get geared. But since we've been playing on the PC, I'm like back to normal loot mode. Caleb with the other super chat, the dono chain. Thank you, says Xbox gang. Fist punch. Thank you, I appreciate the super chats, man. Appreciate it. Let me make sure that plays again properly, because I think I was switching between screens when it happened. Let me... I watch, this server's going to come down. Good news, all this like weird clipping that happens with the ground there, you see that with the white slab? Those appear to be cleaned up on the PC, so that's pretty nice. So basically, coming for us. 104, baby. Thank you again, Caleb, for that super chat. The Xbox gang. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. Our Discord is for everybody who plays PC, PlayStation, Xbox. So we try to make sure everybody gets along there. Sometimes it turns into a dick measuring contest. But we try to, you know, it's like, can't we just appreciate the game? Oh, dude, you know I want this. Okay, I gotta remember, servers are wiping. I don't need this right now. It says, I've been on early access to the update on the PS4 Pro. The update of the PS4 Pro, been testing. Say what? Says, do you think more people play on console or PC? Do you think more people play on console or PC? And again, I'm not trying to incite a, you know, this is better, that's better scenario. But the numbers alone, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put it out there, right? Like again, I'm not trying to start a dick measuring contest with this. So if you were just talking about PC and the PlayStation has more concurrent players by far. at all times during the day, all days during the week. That just those two, right? So then if you compare PC and Xbox, also same thing. Vastly more concurrent players, massive amounts of players, right? And now you combine both the consoles, it absolutely dwarfs anything that's going on PC. And fun fact, when Rust comes to console, I think it's going to be an explosion because that game is the best. And you heard it here first, man. It's coming. And I got a sneaking suspicion it's going to be this year. Look, Gary was giving us little winks, little wink wink. And I think it's coming out for both at the same time, which is great. So, not official news, but it's going to be great. Once the loot whore, always loot whore, says Kimmy. By the way, Kimmy, we're going to be doing Star Citizen later today. 3.6 hit. A lot of beautiful stuff happening there. So, I want to say this afternoon, hopefully we can get through our builds. I mean, if I keep having issues with like my shovel and everything else, maybe not, but yeah, we'll be doing Star Citizen on the PC later on this afternoon. So hopefully we'll see some people there. If you like science fiction, the game's still very much in development, but if you like sci-fi, holy shit, that game is beautiful. Just remember, it's in development, but it's some of the most beautiful stuff you've ever seen. And I think with 3.6 is going to have a lot more gameplay loops to make things a lot more exciting. Especially if we get our crew online, we're going to screw around and blow stuff up. It's going to be great. We're also going to see how much of the law we can get to come and try to gun us down in one of the bigger gunboats that we have. So that should be a good time. We'll see how long we can survive that. My guess is for a while, but when they start bringing in the other Corvettes and stuff, I think we're going to have a hard time shooting those down. Either way, it'll be a great time. Dang, dude, I need a shovel so bad. Oh, Caleb with the super chat again. My dude, he says, I was going to, the bonds for Battlefield. Oh, well. Wait, say what? Boings? Boings? Coins? What's boings? Thank you for the super chat, man. Holy crap. Again, all super chats, donations, memberships all go back into the channel, so I definitely appreciate that. Thank you very much. And honestly, those super chats will most likely, not most likely, they will be opening up the private server that'll be happening over in the Xbox. So, yeah, thank you. Most of the time, I should say, like, easily 90% or more goes into hard drive space, but that'll definitely be used for some of the private server stuff. So I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Says, do you have any, do you have to try driving in the Xbox? Here, yeah, okay, that brings up an excellent point. We're kind of waiting for the server restart. That's why I'm kind of lollygagging around here. Yes, it is, yeah, okay, so we've been playing 102 since it came out. All right, I have characters that have been alive since the update came in. We've been collecting cars, we've lost cars. In this version, 102, they are very fickle. You will crash. You will, there's that server restart. Hang on, I have to put up the privacy screen. You want to have more than one car to make sure that when you lose one, you've got a backup. But even with all that, it takes forever to get the materials. The slots are demanding. They're fickle. The game's going to try to kill you more than anything because of the lag on consoles right now. But even with all that, those cars are still worth it. Now, with the duping and stuff, it's more like you just go up the shore to get like the big boy gear. But I don't know. Like when we were playing it with a normal loot economy here, yes, they're fickle. But are they worth it? Yes. If it's even a little bit better with the update, it's going to be great. Says I have family coming over this afternoon, but I will check in when I can. Only because it's hot. I'm only up because it's hot. I hear that, man. It's hot over here, too. I went outside and I'm like, nope. Alright, we're just trying to see if the server comes back online for us. Thank you for waiting. I'll make sure that pops up again, Caleb. But yes, thank you for that super chat. Am I reading that right? It says I was going to Boings for Battlefield. Oh, well. Boings? Coins? So that car part's buried now. They'll be lost. He says, when is the update? Alan, I feel you, man. Coming from, like, us, all of our people, we play legit. And, yeah, it sucks that we're going to take a hit for this. But I'd rather see a clean economy, so I'll take the hit being a legit player, and all of us being legit players. I'll take the hit for all the stuff we've accumulated. I mean, I've been playing since it came out. I have 11 characters that are geared. I have loot stashes. I have like a loot network. I'm going to lose it all. So, yeah, I'd rather see that all cleared and then have no duping and have all that duped gear out of here. And I'd rather take the hit. So, it is what it is. I'm looking through the server list, guys. Hang on. Caleb says in-game currency for Battlefield. Oh! Okay, no, I appreciate it, man. The lag is connecting to dupe, I guess. Yes, yes, but it's also because 102 is in certain areas. You've already seen it if you played on PlayStation or Xbox. You already know that it's not great. Like ADS through your scope can be potato. Driving a car into a heavier area, if you're on an OG box, whether it be Xbox or PlayStation, you felt it. You know what I'm talking about. Those should be better. I don't know if they'll be completely fixed, but they did say in that little blurb that they specifically wanted to focus on that, which is great news, man. Okay, so we're logging back in. Thank you for being patient. Caleb, again, thank you for that super chat. Your generosity. Let me make sure. Hang on, I've got like... I'm so used to doing this like the other way. Did it actually show up this time? Hang on, let me get a darker background so you can see what's going on. Did it work that time? It says, well, what's the benefit in the update? Didn't even know you could dupe. Yeah, the duping has caused a lot of problems across the board. Yeah, it's just good. Trust me, when you run into the trash that is duping, it's so much better when it's gone. It's ruined the loot economy. Like, people are no longer afraid right now to lose their loot. Like, let's see. Dominion said it best when we were... Hang on, let me try to get this to pop again. I could talk about this for days, dude. Oh, you know what? We gotta squeeze in some space engineers sometime this weekend, right? Man, well, okay, so my thought is we gotta... Any kind of, like, extra games we've been doing on the side that we like... we gotta get them this weekend, because if we don't, you know it's gonna be overshadowed by us playing 104. Oh my, Caleb again. He says, I'll catch you later, man. He says, going to do some yard work. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. The donut chain. Very generous. Thank you, sir. Caleb, make sure you join the Discord and make sure your name is similar, or let me know what your name was here on YouTube, and join the Discord so we can make sure that when the server comes up, you've got like a spot. I don't know how it works yet for the consoles, but we just want to make sure you're obviously, since you're super chatting like crazy, like, we want to make sure you've got a spot, you know what I mean? So I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but just give me, like, say in the general chat, I'm Caleb from YouTube or something, okay? I'll hook you up, baby. Appreciate it. 104 should be coming out next week. I believe they will hit at the same time for... I just hit DayZ like a dummy. I meant to hit Discord. Sorry. Hopefully I don't get capped out here. I figure everybody's fighting at Solnichi Factory, so I'm kind of... No more... A lot of full gillies. Yeah, you know exactly when people are cheating, because... we've covered it in our 104 streams. Like, to get a LAR, you have to go to crash sites. To get SVDs, you have to go to crash sites. If you don't, you're not going to find them. Or if you do, they've got to be extremely rare at other loot tables, so like military camps. So keep that in mind. But, like, we knew something was up when we were playing, and we saw a bunch of LARs everywhere. And I was like, hang on a sec. Like, we know what it takes to go collect one LAR, because it's not a guarantee. It's hard to find crash sites. But when we saw like 2 LARs in one area, I was like, okay, that's possible. But then when we saw 3 in SVDs, I was like, okay, something's up. Man, I just want to find a shovel so we can go back to what we're doing. Dang it, dude. I didn't know the shovel was so wasticated. This is, where can I find this? Discord. I'll send you a link again. Thank you for the super chat, Caleb. Here, I got you. Nightbot's going to show you. And it's also in the description below. We also have a DayZ chat there, and we have like a Verified Good Dude network. But I'll have to add you into the Verified Good Dude network. That's where we put like server information, troop movement, that kind of thing. It isn't visible to everybody right away. Basically, I have to check people in. What's up? Rocky says, are we going to get all the PC updates on the console? Yes, we will get absolutely everything except Loot Tetris. So, you know how we have consolidated looting here, where it basically just says you have 80 slots, and each of these items add up to be 80 slots? So basically, we don't have Loot Tetris, which is kind of a good thing, honestly. And again, I'm not trying to incite a dick measuring contest, but honestly, I find that I can loot much faster like this on console. We've even talked about that in 104. We're like, hey, Loot Tetris is cute, but when I'm getting shot at, I want to shuffle gear and I want to move. Says Jade, do you have any idea how much private servers will cost? I don't know. I'm not even sure who is providing those. We'll try to get that online ASAP, but I know we'll be spending a lot of our efforts playing on official right away, because I want us to all get the experience of what official's like. But we'll be running the private servers on the side, and we'll do like occasional streams there. And then if somehow there's an exploit that gets out of hand, we will go to private servers full time until they get cleared up. And basically, we'll just wipe out anybody who's cheating. Alright, so if somebody comes on the server with duped gear, we'll just wipe them out. You know? And we'll, yeah, it'll be great. But honestly, a lot of the official servers are really good with the update. Like, that anti-server hopping changes so much, you have no idea. It's just, until you experience it, like, you know what it is, but until you feel it in play, you're gonna go, this is the best thing ever! Did that last one play, Caleb? The last notification? I'm trying to find an extra shovel, dude. Like, we need this to do the building. I'm gonna have to switch to the other character on another server and see if we can't build there. Because honestly, I thought we could build in that one spot, but I've been doing this in 104, so it's a bit more lenient. Just know that a lot of the building stuff that was broken, remember how before you could take barbed wire off from the outside of the wall? You can no longer do that. You have to be on the inside, and you have to have the proper tools to do it, which is amazing, and barbed wire will mess you up. It's just great, man. I cannot wait. I was hoping it'd be this week, I really was. But I guess it's kind of good because now we can burn through all of our loot now. I was so busy trying to get everything all situated here and collect everything. I was kind of like, man, it'd be a bummer if this thing rolled over on me. It is what it is. Might as well put this trash loot to good use, right? Oh man, you know I want to pick that up. I want that metal wire. We're taking it. I guess we'll just try to make do with what we have. I'll double back. It says, do you play DayZ on PS4? I would if I still had a PS4. I had one a while ago. Actually, I got a PS4. Are you ready for this? I'm a freak. I got a PS4 a long time ago just to play the Destiny 1 alpha when it came out, and then I gave it away when it was done. Am I crazy or what? Just because I know a lot of my friends and stuff play on the Xbox, so that's why I gave it away. I gave it to a family member that wanted it, so I was like, that's cool. Yeah, I got it just to play the Destiny 1 alpha. Is that nuts? Kimmy says, he plays on Xbox and occasionally on PC. Yes! I'm really excited. I didn't know 3.6 Star Citizen came out today. I'm like super pumped for that. Sorry guys, I was hoping we get to the building faster, but at least this server restarted. Oh shoot. That was like maybe 5 minutes ago, right? I'm just gonna mark down, I gotta make sure I don't say this out loud. We'll say it was like 8:40 a.m. Call it a server restart. I'm trying to keep track of when they restart. Even after all this note taking, I still screwed this up. Wait a minute. Can I don't think I can fix this. We've tried this before, and you can't do it in 104. I definitely tried it there. That is a negative. I'll tell you what though, properly preparing meats, making sure you're fed, making sure you don't get sick from stuff is definitely going to be a thing. if the same glitch comes over from 104, there is this weird glitch with the sickness where like you have it cured, but like you still see the marker. I hope that's fixed, but for the most part, it's once you figure out what's going on, you know what the real status is. In your opinion, what's the best spawn location? I really love Cherno spawns, like a lot. Anywhere F1, E1, D1, C1, even though like D1 and C1 are electro, it's not very far to go down to Cherno. I think building in cities is going to be a lot more viable with the update. Now you'll have to do a freshies trying to, you know, touch you, but I mean, that's just it. They don't have anything to really... Ooh, metal sheets, I love you. See, like, this is loot cycling right here, and I do have a video on this. I think the video's called A New Way to Loot. I think that's what it's called, but yeah, basically, no new loot will spawn here until I move it. And until there's enough time, until I'm a certain distance away. But if I decide to come through here and loot again, I have to make sure that this is cleared, or nothing new will come in. These are typically spots where shovels will spawn. I'm gonna check this, and we'll just walk back. If the shovel breaks, it breaks. Says that's not. I actually played the alpha too, but then me and my clan put in over a month time played each. Oh, I know. I went deep on Destiny. It just sucks that Destiny 2 is such a buzzkill, you know. But the good news is Bungie broke free of was it Activision? I'll tell you what, I love those franchises. I love Battlefield, but I tell you what, the AAA studios have made my dick soft over the last year. The last AAA studio I bought into was 76. I don't even think I need to tell you how that went. Yeah, that was... I like Fallout, man. Swift kick in the face, you know? I think we all felt pretty disenchanted by that. Now, maybe it's better now. I kind of hope it is, because I already bought the damn thing, but... Yeah, I'm going to probably boycott anything AAA again this year and not be fooled by anything. They'll have to come out and they'll have to prove that it's good before I put my money in. Because, like, I missed the Battlefront thing, which should have been good. Let's not kid ourselves. How do you screw up the best IP in the world? Although, to be fair, now watching Star Wars, you're like, I guess a lot of people can screw it up. But, like, to have Battlefront and to have, like, the Frostbite engine... and then you still shit the bed with... It's like, come on, dude. It's almost... The suits are getting in the way, dude. I've said this before, and I firmly believe this. Treat great IP and game studios like Skunkworks. Give them a loose outline, resources, and get the suits out of there. Let them do their thing. They're gonna make a great game. They're going to. Just get out of their hair. Get off their nuts. Drusif says, won't be on for a bit, but I'll let you know if I can join. Okay. You gonna be playing with us on I don't know how long we'll be doing this, but are you gonna be joining us in Star Citizen too? Mr. Drusif? Yeah, COD. I liked Modern Warfare 1 and 2 a lot, and then I kinda got slowly disenchanted by that. I'm kinda glad I haven't bought a COD in a long time. Says, so does duct tape still fix everything? Yes, pretty much. The duct tape glitch still works in 104. That is confirmed. Damn, dude. I really need a new shovel. I was hoping I could find one. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff. And it's going to feel like a ton because remember, 103 on the PC got combined with 104 for us on the console, so like we're gonna get a whole swath of new stuff. It's great, man. It's good stuff. Dang, dude, I drank all my bevies? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I need to go find a watering hole. Can I remember? Oh, yeah, it's back on the other end of town. Jeez, what a scrub. Kimmy says, did you see my video posted for you in the memes? Yeah, was it the one with, Robin Williams? Says, what time will SC be? I want to say this afternoon. I want to get through, I at least want to waste all the materials we have. I've got 3 characters set up in 3 different locations. Yeah, because basically on the console, we're just... Oh, you do look good to me. We got, oh man, you know I want to take that. You're coming with me. More space means more tears. Ah, more nails. Trust me, you'll get used to looting again. It says, when is the update on the PS4? Should be next week if everything goes as planned. Fingers crossed for everybody in the councils. I hope it passes certification for both parties, dude. I really do. We need it. I know we're dealing with some major bullshit right now. Yeah, the duping is just trash, the loot economy here on the consoles. Like, PlayStation's dealing with it, Xbox is dealing with it. I mean, it's cute to, like, go down the shore and naked and then clap some dupers and then take their stuff and then use the loot, but that's not the way the game was intended to be played. Like, I don't mind. I mean, actually, I quite enjoy killing dupers and then, you know, taking their stuff, but yeah, it'll be nice to get back to normal mode where people, when a gunshot goes off and people go, oh, what do I do? Oh, speaking of which, 104, the sound was revamped in a great way. You can hear sounds much further out than you could before. And the echo, the sounds when you're in an open field and you rip a shot are just, oh yes, I found you. Will make your blood run cold. Every time. Even when your own teammates do it, you're going to freak out. And throwing, oh my goodness. You can throw everything. Well, I guess you can't throw like doors and stuff, but you can throw stuff. You can throw weapons, you can throw grenades, you can throw bags. You can't throw bags that far, but it's awesome. Matt says, would the epoxy putty fix the shovel maybe? We did try that in the past. It doesn't work. It also does not work in 104 as far as I know. Alan says, why play now though? Oh, yeah, to use our loot. Now that we know what 104 is all about, I have like a new way of looking at the map and I want to show you guys so you guys are ready for 104. If anything, okay, so if you're not, obviously me playing and building and stuff, you can play now. Go down to Solnichi Factory and get used to, like, get a bunch of guns. Okay, let me show you where that's at. Solnichi Factory is A4. Go down to Solnichi Factory, get some guns, feel what the gunplay is like, right? But just remember, you are not going to have ARs a lot. So this is why you want to feel out the different weapons as much as possible. You want to learn to conserve your ammo when you do have an AR, and you want to learn to be choosy. And that's where you're going to play in 104, but get the ARs now to feel what the difference is between them and get into gunfights on purpose, because all you have to do is go back to A4 and rearm yourself. So, I don't know, just to feel like on the last duping wave that came through, I learned how to really shoot an M4 and an AK better. And it helped me out when we actually got them legit here before the duping became a problem again. Whoa, is that a base? What? Okay, let's go check that out. This actually might be a good setup. We might just walk through this. Dang, dude, how did I miss that? I was like looting through here the other day. Huh. Interesting. If you play on the PS4, add me. We gotta be getting close. Yes, they are coming. So I joined late. It says, when's the update dropping? Said Matthew. Next week. Hopefully earlier than later. My goodness, we need it so badly. Dang, dude, this guy got busy. Now, just know, when the update drops, you can do this with like a group of 2. Whoa. Okay. That's really big. That's really big. And that's totally possible with, like, I don't know, 3 or more players. But that's going to take you all day. And you would need a car. Definitely would need a car. If you're going to do this in, like, one sitting. Yeah, but just know, don't ever plan on doing something this big when it starts. You're going to be in a bad place. Dang, dude. Alright, you already see how, I mean, the double layers are nice, and you can definitely aspire to do something this big, and in 104, 100% you can do this, and nobody can ghost in on you. Nobody can server hop into your base. This is a little ambitious for your first build. Even if you did have a lot of people, you would be exhausting the planks in the area pretty quickly. This is very expensive. But doable. The gate's nice. You can't remove things in 104 like you can here. Like I can just take the metal wire off and such now. I could take the barbed wire off. But in 104, you cannot do those things. And if I'm on the outside and I'm banging on this wall here, it's going to take me a lot of hits to come in. And actually, I don't even know how this opens. Is this how you do it? I'm so confused. Oh, I opened it this way. Yeah, so if you're going to bang on this wall, jeez, I'm so lost. If you're going to bang on this gate, it would be easier to do it on the inside, but it's definitely going to be the harder side if you do it from the outside like this. So if you do your base properly, they're going to spend a lot of time banging on the wall, which is dope. That's the way it should be. Is that barbed wire? Stolen. But not stolen because I can't see it. Anyways, let's go back to our little build site. But wow, that's crazy. Says, how are they combating server hopping into bases? If you are geared and you are jumping to another server, you will be grouped inland in certain areas, grouped up. So you can no longer jump in the same position you're in if you're already alive. You get to keep your gear, but you get thrown in random places across the map, which can really mess you up. So that's, yeah, that's awesome. This is how to lock bases in the Xbox. Dupe AKs and M4s everywhere. Yeah, yeah, they are. Right now, but as far as I know, all the duping methods have been patched in 104. Now, a little caveat there. That's not to say that there couldn't be new ones, but the way they are doing anti-server hopping and with the community servers, I think it's going to drop kick you right in the face. Because I know if duping becomes a problem, we'll be playing primarily on our private server. And if we catch anybody doing that dumb shit, see ya, and we're going to take all that garbage off the map. Oh, nice. Okay, so this guy has the right idea. Yeah, okay. This is kind of what we were trying to do on the other side. He made 2 gates out of it. Maybe we'll just build off this guy's stuff. Maybe not. Look at this gap. We'll try to sidestep in one of the other spots I was looking at since I'm having a hard time placing in this one. And 102. 104 is a bit more lenient with your ground placements, which I guess I should have thought of when I switched over. +2 bags. Found, fam. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, thank you. I kind of forgot that we had this up. Wicked says, yeah. Introducing Nitrados, that's going to be awesome. Oof, yeah, it is. Like, if any of these problems came up and we had community servers, we would have transitioned to that immediately and we would have wiped out any of this trash happening. If we would have found a super tent, I would have pieced that right off the map and I would have found the players and just been like, ban! Don't come back, you know what I mean? Anybody try to bring that trash here. And plus, as far as I understand it, I don't think you can dupe unless you have multiple servers to jump to. So, right out of the gate, if you just have an isolated server with its own cluster, which is not really a cluster, it's just a standalone, I mean, it's impossible. You can't server hop and then the duping's gone, like right out of the gate. Nobody can bring in foreign loot to your server unless you set it up that way. You're good, man. It fixes a lot of stuff. We basically, if this happened with custom servers, we'd all be on custom servers and just being like, when are they gonna fix official? You know? It's getting dark here, isn't it? Damn, it took us forever just to find a new shovel. Yeah, we'll experiment with some of our placements and stuff. I really want to show this one off because I think it's a decent location because you're close to this, but you're not in it. which you could rope off buildings and stuff. Especially buildings that have good loot in them. I don't see why not. Oh wait, we gotta go grab water. That's what we have to do. Maybe that's why I found all this extra supply stuff, because of that big base over there. How did I miss that though? Oh, it was because it's on the water break side. That's why I missed it. Yeah, it's just nice that we have the luxury of using all this garbage here to show how to do different builds and stuff. Alright, we're gonna have to go venture over there. And I guess we can go see... What's that sound? And you can tell it's duping. I mean, I've seen like the same kit everywhere. Oh, the sun's going down. Oh no! Will private servers be available in 104? Comes out. Supposedly, yeah. That's according to the developers, yes. It's pretty exciting. It says, yes, this fix is big. I got a bunch of friends who swore off DayZ for some of those reasons. Yep. I mean, you could always do stuff with the building. It's just you couldn't use it as it was intended, which was frustrating. But now you can. I'm gonna server hop to and jump to another character in hopes that the time is gonna be better, but we'll try to get some of this situated here until it gets dark. Yeah, a slight delay in our building plans, but I didn't think my shovel would eat it quite so quickly. I'm such a double carry whore. I always walk past. I bet the watering hole's just over to the left, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. Damn it, Janet. Olga? No? Okay. Says you need to get that watering hole. Need to get to that watering hole, says Kimmy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm in the yellow. That's usually when you need to start thinking about it. Am I crazy? I think it's up here. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, we go in further. I was going the right way. What a noob. Yeah, the, I don't know if Nitriato or Nitrodo, or whatever it's called, is gonna be the provider, but whatever it is, it's gonna be great. Am I crazy? I have to look at the map now. This is where I wish I had that overlay that we have on the PC where I can just show you guys what I'm looking at to make things a little easier. Yeah. Watering hole's behind you. Is it? I've got all turned around back here. It's in the corner by the church, isn't it? Ooh. Yeah, I'm going the right way. I kind of like being by the clock tower so I know what time it is in game. Casey Town says, now you're going the right way. Excellent. I know there's a slight delay. What's up, Jay Davies? Nice early stream. Yeah, you know it. And it's been a couple days because I've been trying to gather all this trash up. I mean, there's so much of it up and down the shoreline. I'd say my canteen has seen better days. I guess you can't fix the canteen with duct tape. That is shocking to me. Casey Town says you're going the right way. Keep going. It'll be on your right. Yup, yup. And think about this. What if you were to just stick some walls here by the watering hole? Deny people from, like, doing that. That's like a real option now. Think about it. Well, it went 104. We're in 102 currently, but it changes things. At least the cheeseburger bird isn't here. Think about it. You want to run this town? Rope off the watering hole. What are they going to do? Server hop in? Get aggressive. You know, keep the noobs out of there too. Keep the freshies from coming up on the shore trying to drink out of your watering hole. Get them out of here. Oh, I heard it. Cheeseburger. I think I have another container. I think I have a... Yeah, I do. I have so much trash on my character. What's that? Wish you could use the watering towers. That would be cool. I know that... I had to say no cheeseburger bird, didn't I? Alright, we'll try to get our layout situated. Is this like a real thing in Russia? Did this actually happen? Not that it would surprise me. It honestly wouldn't. Right? Like, what a teabag. Oh, yeah. I got leftover pizza. I got caffeinated cylinders. Yeah, I'm good to go. It's going to be a session today. But I definitely want to get our building good here on 102. Do some Star Citizen, and if we're still going, to either put in a 104 stream on the PC. Why am I still looting? On the PC, or do Space Engineers after that. I don't know. There's so many things. Oh, that was some low detail right there. That was crazy. Come on, get back there, you scrub. That's my favorite part. Cheeseburger. Do gas masks have filters in 104? Negative, but I am seeing flavor text in 104 that says charcoal can be stuck inside of the masks to filter out whatever. So now that there's throwables, there could be tear gas. Think about it. That is doable. Damn, sun's going down. We'll prep this one and then we'll jump to the other character in hopes that it's in daylight. I like this spot because you've got this nice two-story you can work from. You can see this courtyard from the actual windows. You've got the upstairs here to look down the street if you need to. No one can poke in on this side if you create this in the right fashion. I like that. This is... Might see that in parts of former Soviet states that are in conflict. Oh yeah, good point. I would have jumped on, but I'm at work. Oh, that's all good. I'm hoping to get the building done in these locations, but I didn't think to check the placement here, but I suppose we could do it over here too. I love loot. I love lamp. Let's just try to use our fence kit and see what's up. Did I pick up the fence kit? I did. Oh my goodness, I thought I saw somebody moving right there. My heart sank. Oh boy. Yeah, it's almost like you have to, yeah, you still have to go first person this one, swing it. You can do this a little bit in 104, but it's not as fickle as this one is. I bet we could place this better with without the poles there. Right there. Come on. Come on. Get it. Phew, that was Randy. Try placing a few of these and see what's up. Actually, I want to do 2 spots here for a trifecta, or not a trifecta, but for a double. This area isn't bad. I placed a tent back here. to plug up this back area so people can't just walk in. But again, that's more if you're rich. I guess we could do a more advanced build on one of the other servers. I found some more trash out there. Surprise, surprise. It would give us, or actually, if you've got like a group of 2 or more, it's pretty, pretty badass actually. I just hope it's daylight there. That's gonna take a hot minute to do, but it should be good. As long as there's these little gaps here, nobody can walk in on you. And this is 3 wide. I was hoping this would be 2 for us here, but I guess not. Let's see, do we have any more of these poles left? Oh yeah, I can just take them out of here, duh. Take it, Katie. Everything can be fixed with duct tape. Almost everything. Shovels can't be... What else? But yeah, it seems like most everything that is repairable can be repaired by duct tape, yes. That is correct. Feels so weird just being nonchalant with all these materials like this. I gotta tell you, when we're playing a 104, not the case. Yes, you cannot take out these poles once you place them as it should be with the update, so keep that in mind. When you're building a tower, you have not felt pain until you have to bring 4 logs over every time you want to go up. You do not know what real pain is. Not yet. That's not too bad, right? Try to get this little side going too. Yeah, because if you can secure both sides, honestly, you can create a courtyard here where you can pull a car in. And yeah, I did the math on this one. You'd have to control the entire horseshoe, because you don't want anybody popping in one of these houses. But when you can control that from people from getting in, they can't just creep in on one of the towers and look down on you. They have to breach. It's nice, and since there's a lot more car spawns here in the shoreline, it's a lot more possible for you to create an outpost or use it as an actual layout. See, like this thing covers that door up nicely. What a scumbag. Is this going to be another 3-banger right here? I think it might be. Yeah, it gets so fickle when you get close to the walls on this one. Guess that's no surprise, right? It really does not want you anywhere close to these walls in this version. My goodness. Well, let's go check our other spot and see if that's even viable while we still have daylight here. Man, it's really punched us in the old beanbags for this one, eh? Now, the other one I did test on 102, but I didn't even think about the proximity placement in this one. Damn it. I wouldn't have spent all this time collecting all this shit and moving it over here. Damn it. See if this other spot's decent. I have it on another server with another character, but might as well test it. Baby? The update out? Yeah, I wish. Not yet. Next week, my dude. Next week. I just wanted to put in the title so everybody knew it was coming, that there is a full wipe coming. Full wipe, board, character, all of it. Yeah, but if we get through all the stuff we want to build here, I'll most likely be doing a 104 stream. Jeez, drop the bag, scrub. Why can't I get down to that last line? There we go. See, this one's fine. Well, that's good. So I'm surprised What? Aren't going to be as easily craftable. The what? The tops? Okay, so another semi-decent setup, we might be able to do this before the sun goes down, I hope, is going to be this location. The reason why I'm showing you this one is I wanted to show off places that you could rope off with 2 walls initially, because getting pieces and parts in 104 is going to be a challenge at first, unless you have a car. But even with a car, you have to go find the planks, you have to make sure nobody steals the car. I mean, you have to build the car first, so I'm trying to find places where you can create outposts and do looting and create very minimal footprint. And I know we've got a lot of this set up here, and again, this is 102. I'm trying to show base locations, ideas for 104 that's coming up. And again, with server hopping being what it is, people can no longer be geared and spawn in houses on the shoreline. Like, they will all get rounded up in one location, so they can no longer use it to ghost inside of a house, building, whatever, or base. They just can't, which is great. So creating barricades, locking things in is excellent. Now with 104, you can breach doorways that are locked with lockpicks with melee weapons, and this is another reason why I wanted to show off this location, because this will be purely locked off with just craftable walls. They're much stronger, especially if you have a combination lock. They're gonna give you the fortification you're looking for. Now, and again, we're trying to showcase the stuff that's coming in 104. So I'm trying to show you in 102 with our excessive amount of materials because of all the duping and stuff everywhere, where you might want to start here. And after playing 104 for a hot minute, I can tell you that, trust me, you want stuff on the cheap immediately. So right here, you could create with just 2 walls, and even on the cheap. I'm going to try to grab some of these other materials. I wasn't planning on doing this build here particularly, but let me see if I can't grab some more materials. But yeah, so server hopping is possible, but you can no longer server hop with any form of precision, if that makes sense. You will keep your gear, but you will be put somewhere elsewhere. You will not be there with the new spawns, but you'll be somewhere inland. So I honestly think that not only cities on the shoreline are a great place to loot, but it's going to keep you away from those geared players initially, which is going to be pretty important. Because those are the threats. The nakeds, I mean, they're kind of a threat, but not really. Oh, see, this is the one I needed to take over there. Shoot. Alright, so you won't have the luxury of having all these tents and stuff here, clearly. We're going to try to take a few pieces over so you guys can feel what it's like to be isolated out there. Is this right? And again, I do have building tutorials, guides out on the DayZ Highlights playlist, also in the description. Depending on when you're watching this. If you're watching this as a stream, I'm going to throw it up there on the screen here in a minute. I guess I'll just leave it on the ground, or I'll just throw this over here. I wasn't planning on doing this one here, but I'm going to try to take a small amount of wood over to that location so you can feel what it's like to put this together on the slim. Now, you're going to have to find a lot of these materials, but being so close to this industrial area is going to be a benefit to you. And I'll just throw up the map here real quick. We're sitting in F1. We call that Cherno City. Cherno Industrial is E1 and like a little bit of E2. So if you're looking for those pieces and parts, you're going to head over to E1 and E2 on the map. While I shuffle this up here, I'll just leave the map up so you know what I'm talking about. And then, I'm kind of doing this ad hoc. I'm trying to do this before the sun goes down completely. Okay, let me see if I can just shuffle these in here. I want to see if I can grab some of these flashlights with us too, right? Pick up the plank, scrub! Now, you're not going to have the luxury of having all this metal and stuff. It's pretty unrealistic if you're just starting. Yeah, and you definitely want to make sure that you're heading towards plank spawns. I'll try to showcase those here in a second. I think this should be, let me see if I can grab a combination lock. Now, combination locks are going to be a thing. I don't know if we'll need the pliers for this one necessarily. Well, in 102, you will not need the pliers. In 104, you will need the pliers. Hands down, you will need those. Man, I'm kind of glad there's all this extra trash, but I'm just like shuffling through it. All right, I want to get back to the spot so you guys know what I'm talking about. Pick up the plank, scrub. I just put it back in like a douche. There we go. Okay, we're gonna take you. Is this the right one? I think. Close enough. Do I have a hatchet on me? I do now. Okay. I'm hoping I've got all the pieces and parts. Okay, so this is in Cherno City. I think I have a bigger map for this. I'm gonna bring this up. So if you're looking at this map and you're gonna cut this into quadrants, you have a lower left and a lower right. If you're looking at the lower left, lower right, that gray area at the bottom middle is Cherno City. We're sitting almost dead center. We're kind of close to that little police siren that's a red circle. If that helps you, let me give you a visual reference while we still have daylight real quick. And I know this seems small, but even having a slight location where you can put things that are semi-secure is going to help you tremendously, because there are going to be loads of wild players moving up and down the shoreline just looking to steal your stuff. And they're not going to be geared. They're not going to have the proper tools to break in. Okay, so if you're coming from the railroad tracks here and you're crossing into Cherno City and you see the watchtower, this is a clock tower. You are going to come down into this courtyard area and then take a left down this road and then head towards this location. I hope that helps. I hope it's not like super confusing. Says, what's up? He says, I play on PS4. I can't wait for the update. I hope it fixes the game. And all accounts, from what we've seen, it looks like it's going to. Like, all the stuff we've been complaining about, I think is going to be either fixed or really a lot better. Okay, so we just came from the courtyard down there. And now we are here. Now, we'll try to do this quickly. And I am going to cheese these poles out. But just remember, in 104, you can no longer do that at all. You have to have the proper amount. We're going to use our fancy boy shovel here. And we're able to create this little secured area right off the rip. Now, in order for this to work properly, to actually keep people out, we're going to need a few things. And again, I'm going to talk about cost of items and why we're going to do this the way we're going to do it. So I'm going to take a full stack of planks. Wow, okay, I was going to say, that's kind of stuck on the ground. You can use a crafting hammer. We're going to use a hatchet. You've seen us do this in the past. Because you can use it to chop and to craft. That is the same in 104 as well. Again, these are coming for, I just want to make sure I'm covering it, coming for Xbox and for the PlayStation. Okay, so we have two options here. We're going to do frames first, because that's going to keep people out. And plus, I'm going to assume that you're going to have minimal amounts of planks to deal with. So you want to do all the frames first, because it's cheap. Hopefully we get through this. And I'm going to drop these here real quick. I'm going to pull this out of the fence kit. I'm going to drop this here. I think we used 8 total for the frames, right? 8 planks. We take the plank here. Hopefully I just didn't mess up my... Sometimes it can mess up the order in the way those things actually operate. I hope not, so it's not confusing. I'm trying to do this so we have daylight. Okay, so now that we have this side, we're going to do the same thing with our hatchet, which I think I put on the ground. Yes, I did. Okay, we're going to do frames first, lower frame. While we're crafting this, the reason why I want to do the frames, upper and lower, obviously we're going to add the lower wall. And the only way you can do that is by having the frame. But the reason why we do the upper frame is because we'll do the lower wall first, and it prevents people from jumping in. Now, if we want any hope of coming in and out of here, we're going to want to add this wire here. Now, again, okay. You're going to need pliers for this. I'm doing this in 102, but in 104, you need pliers to actually craft the fence part, and maybe I still do. Maybe. I think I might. Yeah, I do. Damn it. We'll have to go back to it. Anyways, we'll finish the walls first. Yeah, so we can do that during daylight. One of these walls has to be hinged with metal wire to make it into an actual gate itself. We'll just make this back portion the actual wall. We'll make this swinging door happen here. as I don't want anybody seeing when a door's open and be like, hey, what's that? We'll go steal it. That's what I would do. Alright, we're going to need more pieces and parts. Did I just lock myself in here? I think I just did. Okay, so I guess another note. You know how easily I can scooch through here right now? It's much more difficult in 104 to almost impossible depending on where you're at. So keep that in mind. And if you stick things like barbed wire or even the mesh barricade that you can fill up with dirt on the opposite side of the wall, even if they break in the lower wall, they still can't get in. It says, you know, you can crawl under the lower frames once the wall is destroyed. Yes. It is possible in 104, but it's much more difficult. We had one hell of a time doing it. Yeah! We're gonna grab our... I was hoping we had those parts. Now I just hope I have enough flashlights to show everybody what's going on. At least we got one of the smaller pieces, well, hopefully situated there. Okay, so we have planks, we got this. Let me just see if we need these other parts. Yeah, we're doing this in 102 because we have access to all this trash everywhere. But it's definitely going to help things when you transition over. There it is. Transition into 104 because you have to look at everything different. Bases mean something. Barricading stuff actually has like a function. I mean, I guess it kind of did before, but please let this be the one with the stuff in it. Oh wait, I think I know where I might have stashed it. Alright, so another thing to note. Not only do you need those pliers, you'll need to be on the correct side of the wall to pull anything off of there. What is it? Crowbars still work as intended, but you must be on the inside of the wall to break it down. You cannot be on the outside and break it down. It is impossible. I might as well just take this one, right? And also attacking the wall on the strong side will be a lot more, I guess, hit points, but it takes more time to break it down depending on the tool. And you can no longer just clean things up from the outside. Remember how easy it was in 102? Or safe. We are playing 102, so I'm all confused. Okay, yeah, we're on the right side. You can no longer just take off combination locks in 104. You have to have the right code, which is the way it's intended. There's also a 4-digit combination lock and also the 3-digit combination lock. So you can start this in phases, right? You can do this initially with a fence here and kind of work your way up to making the gate portion here. Because I know you're not going to find these right away, and if you do, then you're super lucky because you got a great roll. Okay, let's attach this, and let's get our hatchet, and we're going to do the lower wall first. If this is... Okay, build lower wall. And this should be enough once you build the lower wall to keep people out. Then you can start to add things as you go. Excellent. Okay, so, and this does work now in 102, the way it's going to work in 104, where you can't just jump into that and get through because of the fence, or I'm sorry, the upper frame that's going on there. I know it's simple, but it does make a world of difference. So this is now roped off. And let's see if we get our pliers here. And now we can attach the gate. Okay, so this does work as intended. Nice, we have the hinge. And if you're raiding a base and you'd like to take these off, you have to have pliers with you to remove it. That is also a thing. I'm going to go ahead and drop this in hopes that the flashlight works as intended. Although things aren't like rotating the way they used to either. Well, either way, we'll try to get it there. Let's get our nails quick. And let's attach our planks, shall we? So at least you can see on the cheap what it's going to take to make a semi-loaded up or defensible. So you could like keep your loot in here and not have to worry about somebody just stealing it outright. They'd have to make the combination lock to get in here. I know it's simple, but it makes a difference. It says, I found several crash sites, just no guns, only gear. Oh, yes. Also, in 104, finding crash sites is going to definitely be a thing for you guys because there's no dupers to steal from. But the crash sites will spawn with their own set of zombies now. Pretty crazy, right? So now, even though we did this on the cheap, you've got a semi-decent place to lock up that people just can't melee their way into. They have to actually raid the structure to make it happen. And you can even store loot in here, and make it extra heady. Now, if you have more planks, obviously you're going to build up these back walls here. Hopefully we can still do this with a decent amount of daylight. Where's that chest at? I'm trying to do this quickly. Oh yes, in 104, you'd be glad to know there are 2 slots on every book bag, or on every bag. So this mountain backpack would have an additional row on the top for a transceiver, a walkie-talkie, and a glow stick. Every bag has one. So I could turn this on and attach it to my chest on my strap, and I could walk around and basically have illumination. I cannot tell you how useful that is. It's very. And now that you can throw, you can light a glow stick and then throw it in. Hopefully I have enough of these glow sticks over here so it's not like stupid obnoxious. Although I have a feeling it might be. And we'll add the combination lock here to show you what's up. And again, if you loot over in the... Oh, that's bright. If you loot over in the Cherno industrial area, I think it's this map here. It's going to be to the right of the map where you see like those long row of maroon crates. If you loot up and down there, all of those industrial areas, you're going to find shovels, nails, planks, combination locks, all kinds of goodies there. And this is all in Cherno City, which again on the bigger map is E1, E2, which is Cherno Industrial, and then Cherno City is F1. And then while you're in the city, you have access to, you know, food, other supplies. It's just a good place to get started, I think. I'm going to attach these to the wall, and we'll finish these up. Do I have a combination lock with me? No, I'll go grab it on the other side. So another thing to consider, if you are lucky enough to get metal sheets, where the wood is here, you can add metal sheets, adding even more defense to your wall. And then if you had the luxury of wood, you could do wood on the upper portion, creating that many more hit points and time between you and the people trying to get in. Also worth noting, those mesh barriers, the ones you place and then fill up with dirt, you can place those on the interior of this to create even more barricades. So if they were to break in, I mean, if they could weasel into the hole, they can't get past the mesh barrier at all. Barrels would work the same, especially if you filled them up with liquid. It gets very dirty very quickly, and that's just one of the many reasons why 104 is great. It's going to change how you store loot. It's going to change how you loot things in an area. You don't have to worry about these geared players just dropping in behind you or on top of you. They literally have to be a part of the server and be there to do anything, like for them to sign in. They would have to basically have signed out in one of the buildings prior to get anywhere close to you. Alright, hopefully we've got, there we go. I just want to show a combination lock. Now I know the combination locks don't work as they should here in 102, but in 104 they do. Just want to show how this is going to work over here. And honestly, yeah, before you sign out, you can just slap a lock on there, do whatever. We'll button this up all the way so you can see just how it could be more fortified. All right, let's grab another glow stick. That seems to be the best way to illuminate the area for right now. Plop. And we'll close this bad boy. And we'll stick our little combination lock on. Now, as it stands now, 102, you can pop these locks off. No problem, no tools. Or it gets glitched even when you put them back on, so the combination is going to be 1-1 across the board. I think I just attach it. Before we could just do it, slap it right on there. Bingo. Okay, so now it's locked. Now what we'll do is we'll take these planks and we'll try to finish off this side and this doorway. So most likely you'll have planks before anything else, and that's totally understandable. Did I drop my hatchet? What a scumbag. Okay, yes. Okay, it's right there. Phew. I thought I dropped it back there. I was like, please no. Okay, build upper wall. If we brought in the frame a little bit, it would be much easier to stop somebody from doing a little crease shot on you. But in this back wall, you can do something quite interesting. You could continue the build and create a little platform. And you've seen us do this in a lot of places. Orange, other places. Let's see, build platform. And I think we can even do left stairs. Let's try the right stairs. And if you have barbed wire, oh my goodness, that does a lot. And I think if you put the barbed wire in the lower and upper slots, I believe the upper slot will stop zombies, which is an interesting fact. So if we create this as more of a... And this could get you started. Like, this isn't the end-all, beat-all. This just kind of creates a spot for you to dump some loot initially. And then add to this area. You can start to open up and rope off more areas in between these buildings. It's just one of many ways you can get started. Create an outpost for you to at least stage your loot and keep on looting, and then, you know, push forward to your other build, or even add to this alleyway. Let me see if we can get some more here. Oh man, and I hope there's no problems with this, so we can get this thing next week. What is it? Today's the 20th of July. It should be next week. Fingers crossed for PlayStation and the Xbox. Please, please, please be done. Alright, where's our trusty hatchet? Hopefully you guys can see this well enough. Ducky tape. I'll try to use a flashlight too once we get out of here. Alright, there we go. Build upper wall, please. I think this is a nice core to start with and then build out from here, because then people actually have to raid this and they can't just melee breach a doorway as if you were to lock this. I know it's not a 102, but in 104 you can breach doorways with melee objects. I could do it with a shovel, crowbar, all kinds of goodies. And then if we add more areas and rope them off here, let me see if I can at least get this. Next dial, we'll make this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1. Let's see if I get this one right. Yeah, what's weird in this version, if you pop this off, it doesn't work again, which is extremely broken right now. But again, don't worry about it. 104 is going to have the fix. 0, 1. Oh, it just pops off immediately. Interesting. So yeah, what I'm talking about is if we had more... One of these flashlights work, please? There we go. If you start to rope off more of this alleyway, and then you've got, let's say you put a doorway here, and then you were to take this area here and then rope it off, you now have, obviously you'd have to lock these doors and barricade this building, and then you'd have to place another wall here, but you're creating more layers for people to pop into. You've got more building that you can take over, because once you take over a building like this, you've got shooting ports or holes all over the place. Like this is nice. Pop, pop, pop. I think this has a front side too, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. I think the front side. Yeah, it does. Okay. From back here, look, we can see into the street. You've got a lot of possibilities. So start small and build outwards, because supplies will be very scarce. Things are going to go back to normal. I know it's hard to believe since duping has been a thing for so long here in consoles, but it will be. Looting will return to normal. And then that's not a bad place to get started with an outpost and keep stacking that loot, baby. I'll try to walk you out in the dark to the tower so you know what I'm talking about. I know it's super dark here. And then you know what time it is, because of the clock tower. And we're in Cherno, on the shoreline. So if you did die, you would at least have the respawn ability to come back semi-quickly. And you're out of the way of most people that would come in and do you harm. I wouldn't say you're invincible, but you definitely are in a better position than being right on top of where they would potentially spawn off the random spots, so yeah. One of many reasons why 104 building is just going to be different. It's going to be great. Alright, we might switch to another server to see if we have daylight there and we can do some more building. I have another little wedge we can pick. That one was small. I don't want to say it was weak, but definitely a good start if you have nowhere else to go and like drop stuff, especially if you don't have a lockpick on you. It's a good starter. I really like this spot. I wish we could like build on this right now, but it's being too fickle with the placement. This sounds good in theory. Never tried it before. Yeah. Always consider your resources. Start on the low end and then build up. I'm gonna have to get rid of this torch. Yeah, these back alleys, once you figure out where all the entry points and exits are at, and you plug them out, they can be quite useful. I think this is the other alley we were going to build in. It was. It is. What? Wait, that just kind of blew my mind. I didn't know they were like connected. Ooh, you could kind of do what we were going to do in the other one. Like, if you have multiple people, you can create little pockets and almost like a little village for your team. That's awesome. It is. It's connected to the other spot I was going to look at. I'm just moving this over so we can switch servers. And I'm going to try to move a few of these items over. Hopefully it helps, you know? Stick that in my pants. Ooh, come in. Isn't that crazy? We just leave this here? That's definitely not gonna be a thing in the future, man. Hopefully the other server's semi-decent on daylight. Alright, I have to check a few things once we get here, so bear with me. There's so much to loot out here, this is silly. I'm gonna dump this in the little tent. I don't know how well you can see that. Probably not well. Another reason why I want to switch. I guess we'll... Alright, give me a sec. I know it's gonna be dark. Un momento. Almost done, sorry. Hi. Okay. Let me check my notes. I know we got this up. We might have to start the privacy screen. Sorry for the... It's just too dark. I want to see if the other servers got what we need. I try to take notes of when the daylight's happening. Give me a sec again. I know that's annoying. Sorry. Okay. What server was that? Ah, is it just gonna be dark for like a hot minute? Shit. Okay, let me try this other character. We'll try this guy, dude. Okay. Just sign out legit style here, so we don't lose anything. The update for PS4 should be next week. Hopefully sooner than later. That's for both consoles, Xbox and PlayStation. To be honest, not soon enough. And we are planning on doing a Star Citizen stream. It's, what is it, 3.6 just came out. That'll be over on the PC. This afternoon. It is almost 10 a.m. for me right now in the morning, EST. Yeah, I just wanted to do a lot of build locations while we got the opportunity. Put this duper's loot to good use, right? Find all this trash up and down the shoreline. Alright, I think this dude is the right dude. Oh, it's daylight. Thank goodness. Alright, thanks for waiting. So sorry. 21st, 25th, the best case scenario. Yeah. I certainly hope so. Where am I? Oh, I'm on the backside. Yeah, yeah. Oh, girl. What's up? Oh, you know I want to pick that up. You know I'm in loot mode 9000 over here. Okay. Let's focus on another... Well, let's see if we can even place. Because again, I tried these on 104. Because the placement is a little bit more lenient. Oof, and it's raining. Double oof. This one combines a couple different places, but I think this can be done in 3. If I'm not mistaken. And there's a bunch of trash everywhere. Is it out here? Oh my. Let's try this. Yeah. Do you notice all that stuff looks the same? I'm telling you, dude, whoever's doing the duping has duped like the same kits everywhere. Oh my goodness, this is fickle. Let me see if I can do it first person. Weasel it out a little bit. Let me see if I can get on top and maybe place it. Yeah, I see like the same kids duped across multiple servers. So I was like, yeah, we'll just steal it and we'll use it. I kind of can place it like that. That's a little goofy. Wow. Well, just know that I was hoping we could show this one. Dang it. Maybe we have to switch to the other one. Man, that sucks. Yeah, you don't want to do it this way because in 104, if you have a soft side out, that's no bueno. Dang it, dude. I guess we'll try the big boy one. That one's pretty cool, though. This is the one I'm probably the most excited about. If you've got a group, it's definitely going to put you in a good place. Dang it, dude. I guess I can get rid of this and put this on. Yeah, that makes sense. I at least want a little bit of protection. I guess we'll come back to this one. We'll have to I have to check my notes. Sorry, we're gonna put the privacy screen again. We're gonna hop uno mas. Okay, yeah, this is the other guy that's set up real good. Okay. It might be dark here, but I'm not sure. So sorry about the privacy screens. We're gonna drop it once I connect to the other character. This one's cool. If it didn't get robbed, again, I'm stealing all this stuff from dupers. So we might see the same kit, most likely, because of all the... Well, I mean, you know. If you played on console, you know what I'm talking about. It's like the same shit all up and down the shoreline. So I'm like, I'm just going to take this stuff and do something cool with it. Might as well, right? Because it's all going away, thank goodness. He says, hi, is that on PC or PS4, mate? He says, man, I'm really just waiting for the update and the GTA 5 casino. What? This is coming to the consoles, PlayStation, Xbox. Gotta make sure I don't say this out loud. I want us to at least get through the build. Now this one will take a hot minute. I hope it's good though. It should be daylight here, in theory. Oh yes, it is. Excellent. Alright. Now, I did take time to come out here and gank a bunch of stuff from all the dupers in the area. As you can see, there's a ton of stuff. I mean, this was already here. But this location... Okay, so let me rewind it. And we may have to do this in a couple different phases, but the primary reason why we're here is we want to use up all the loot. You do something positive with all the dupe trash everywhere that is just polluting all the servers, which is one of the main reasons why in 102 for PlayStation and Xbox things are so slow right now. Yeah, there's performance issues, but the duping is not helping. So we are at the power plant. Let me see if I can bring up a big boy map. We're probably more F2. Cherno is F1, E1, and E2. I call Cherno City F1. I call Cherno Industrial E1, E2. We are in the industrial, or I'm sorry, we're just above Cherno City in the, I hope I have this right. I think that's close. Yeah, it's called the power plant. It's just above, there's actually a, there's a military set of tents here. And if you follow the power lines, you'll find this area here. I think this is great. This actually takes the box of birds. What is this called? I just said it all backwards, like a scrub. The what is this? The bird box prefab structure that sits in here. And as you know, you've already seen us do many times, clapping dupers. There's a lot of different things we can do here. I did set this up a couple of days ago. I'm hoping that nobody ganked all the stuff out of here. Again, just taking all that dupe trash and trying to do something good with it before we have the wipe. By the way, there is a wipe. We are recording this on the 20th of July. There's a wipe coming for PlayStation and Xbox. That is a full wipe. That is a board and character wipe. Everything will be gone. And we're going to start fresh with this brand new update. We have been playing 104. Let me see if it's still here. We have been playing 104 on the PC, so we know what's coming. I think somebody did walk through here and try to steal stuff. I mean, it's okay. None of it's mine, but... I mean, this loot is everywhere. Anyways, yeah, so we're going to get a new update, new wipe. We have been trying out 104, so I really wanted to go around and showcase some of the different ways we can build, because things will change. I do have a video on server hopping on the DayZ Highlights playlist that goes over... I have quite a few videos on that. It's in the description below. Also, it'll be in chat. Look for those in that playlist. But basically, server hopping means nobody can jump from another server, change locations, and then jump back to this server to get inside of your compound. So you can already tell this area is quite nice for a few reasons. We have trees. We have the Cherno apartments, or some of the Cherno apartments here down this road. This is aiming towards the shoreline. We have Cherno City. We have Balota airstrip over the hill. And we also have this fantastic... I don't even know what this is called, but these are military tents. And in 104, the zombies that are military zombies will have loot on them. Backpacks, helmets, you name it. So this creates an excellent place to post up. And one of my more favorite things are car parts. These garages will spawn car parts. And inside of our compound here, our car parts will also spawn in these sheds. So again, starting with the idea of starting small, getting bigger. Actually, let me back up one more time. So server hopping makes areas much more secure. And I think this build is primarily for 2 people or more. You could do this solo, but it's probably because you want to get things roped off relatively quickly. And there's a lot of area here to cover if you're going solo. Not impossible, but you definitely want to start small and go bigger. So I recommend this for like 2 or more people. You've seen us get things in a hurry. I'd say if you're going to do this with 2 people, you probably want to have at some point early on in the process, you want to make sure you've got a vehicle or access to a vehicle to help with carrying all the wood back and forth. But again, you can do this with just 2 people with no vehicle, but it'll be a bit slower. I'm trying to walk the perimeter so you have a good idea of how much surface area we need to cover in some of the holes. So we'll start with the interior structure first. I think that's probably one of the easier ways to rope it off, as it does have 1 operational door. Actually, it has 2 operational doors. Now, we may have some limitations as I'm showcasing this. This is to be used with 104, but we're currently in 102. And there are some limitations with placements in 102 that aren't necessarily in 104. So keep that in mind. I will say, I mean, I guess you could start with this and lock things inside because this does lead outside, which is nice. But I would say let's start with that bird box prefab right here. This tan building. If you know anything about Slonichi Factory, you know what we're talking about. There's a couple different ways. I hope we can place these, because I actually didn't even think to try this, but because you always want to start small, because planks and nails will be hard to come across, because you can't jump servers and get loot like you used to. Remember, server hopping does not exist, or ghosting doesn't exist as you know it now. When 104 is out, you cannot do that. You'll be thrown inland and not in the same location you were in. So keep that in mind. Let's see if we can find our fence kit. The idea is to rope off one of these sides here with an actual fence. And then you could just lock this other side if you're fortunate enough to get a lockpick, and then you'd be on your way. That's 1 wall, and then you have a semi-secured area that you can start to build out from. You can also work your way up to the top here. And we kind of learned this from all of our fighting at Slonichi Factory. Once you get to the rooftop, you can drop down and create a little ambush for people trying to get your stuff, which I think is kind of funny. If you look here, there's a blue lip that overhangs one of the entrances down here. And yes, you can build on top of those. So it creates an interesting setup. Plus, you have a great line of sight to this. Let's not forget that. You got a Mosin. You'd be ripping shots in the camp because people are going to be looting that. You can no longer server hop to these camps. You have to walk up to it. So anybody that's on the shoreline is going to be looting this camp. So you're going to be getting... it's twofold. You're going to get loot from the camp, and then you're going to get loot from people walking up. It's like you looted twice. Now let's see if the following works the way I think it does here. We've been playing 104 for a minute, so... bang, bang. Hoping we have all the stuff we need. So, as you saw right here, we have a door. We can lock this bad boy. Do I have access to a lockpick? Yeah, these characters have so much loot, it's quite ridiculous. Let's not kid ourselves. Okay, throwing that up. And again, if nothing goes wrong with the submission process, next week, and again, today is July 20th, when we're streaming this, or when this is a video. So next week, if nothing goes wrong with the certification process, we should have this sometime next week. I hope it's sooner than later, because my goodness, we just want to play normal, dude. You know? I hope I have a kit in here to do this. Do I have one on my person? Like I said, I just came back here. I sorted all this stuff. Oh, yes. Yesterday. And I was hoping that nobody robbed us blind. So I'm going to put this at an angle the best I can. And again, we're going to do this on the cheap Because remember, you don't have access to all this like duped gear and stuff that's everywhere on the servers. Because in 104, it's all going to be clean. You want to make sure that you're doing everything small first and then building up. Okay, so I think we have logs here. Thank goodness for that. That's so funny. I tried to find one of these servers to do this on, and I must have jumped into like 3 servers that had a base already here. So it's definitely a hotspot. If you're going to go for like 2 or more people and you want a good position, this isn't bad. And for another reason, you can actually see the gate there in the front. Once you do secure the perimeter itself, this is not a bad place to stash a vehicle. Now, real quick, people can hide in the trees and shoot. You have to keep that in mind. That's another reason why we're choosing the interior of the building first. Not only because it's safer, but because it's cheaper. This back hill can also be an issue too for people looking down and giving you pain. But once you make a perimeter, they can't just charge in. And I'm assuming that you'll have multiple characters here on the same server, and your alternates would be signed up for defense, which would be smart. Whether you agree with alternates or not, I mean, that is a viable tactic. So keep that in mind. All right, let's grab some nails. And we're going to do it cheap. We're going to do it cheap like we did the other ones. We're going to go frame first. We're going to do the lower portion. And if we have... Ooh, we'll do this like this time. Yeah. Because we have access to this here, don't we? Alright, we'll attach you, and we'll grab some of these planks. And also keep in mind, I know we said this earlier, but with 104, it's much more durable, though outside of the walls. The interior is soft. It's kind of like Rust in that regard. There's a hard and soft side to the wall. And you need the right tools to do it. And you can no longer just disassemble things from the exterior. You have to do it from the proper side. We're going to go frames first because we're cheap. Bingo. And again, 104, you can crawl through these, but it's much more difficult. But to stop people from jumping over, we're going to stick a light frame on the top. But we're going to go extra on this one. We're going to do a lower metal wall. Hopefully it does this correctly. I hope. So what this is going to do is this creates a much more difficult wall to break down for one. And it's going to take a lot more time, hopefully exposing this person that's trying to break in. And then you can clap them, and then you can create multiple walls on the interior here. Or you can even create another wall that has a platform. Or you can even put a platform on this one. But what I would recommend, since this is your exterior wall, I would try to put some mesh barriers here and fill them up. You can fill those up in 104 if you get really close to them, even though technically this isn't on dirt. And what that's going to do is if somebody breaks in, even if they could weasel in through the hole, those mesh barriers filled up with something, it's going to stop them from crawling any further. Another option, which might even be superior, is taking barrels. It's a lot more difficult. You'd need cars to do it. You might even need 4 or 5 barrels to cover the distance here. If you place barrels and then you stick liquid in there, good luck getting through. You're not going to. So there's one side, and we'll go ahead and just do the wooden portion for this upper part, because we're rich like that right now. Where's my hatchet? There you are. Upper wooden wall. There we go. There's no real reason for us to do metal up there, as we have much more perimeter to cover, and then we're good. I think this time we might just build a platform just so we can see over if anybody does come at us right now. But I would typically, if we were actually building here, and if this was 104 right now, I would save that for the mesh barrier and start building an additional wall in the back. And we don't have enough plankage to, oh yikes. Let's close this, and we'll start to work the other side. Bang, bang! Oh, Joseph, hang on a sec, I'll get you. Hang on, baby! See, just a simple wall here and a lockpick, and you've already got those beginnings of this. Now, if you have sea chests or even wooden crates, which are totally doable here. That's a new craftable item in 104. You can create all kinds of space. Now, real quick, if you have bags, sea chests, or wooden crates, and you put your loot inside there, it's going to last much longer on the surface without being buried. Bags will last 4 hours. I'm not sure about the crafted wooden crates. They might fall under sea chest, which would be like an obscene amount of time. So let's go ahead and check the interior here. Now, hopefully these place the way I think they do inside. Please. No. Damn it, Janet. You can definitely place these in 104. Come on. I had it for a second. If you create another... Ooh, there we go. If you create another barrier like this, you can create a gateway in here, making it even more difficult to break in, but you'll have to make it a gateway. And again, that requires more specialized materials, which in the beginning you may not have, so... That's another reason why I'm like, this is kind of a two-person setup, but you could definitely do it solo. If you want to deploy it quickly. You know what? That might actually block it. I haven't, like I said, I haven't tried this in 102. And again, you cannot remove poles like that in 104 at all. You can actually disassemble them as intended. So if you broke down the wall, you can go up to the pole itself with a shovel in your hand, and you can dismantle the base, which will remove the logs. But you can no longer just pop them out. It says, do you know when the update is coming? Any idea making... yeah, next week. I wish I knew what time next week. I hope it's early next week. I think it's going to let us do this. That's weird. Normally you can fit it in more, but hey, I'll take this. This might even be better, because then you can shoot from the stairs. I'll take it. That's an improvement, I think. Nails, please. Now, when I did steal this stuff yesterday, I did place all this stuff on the wall back here. There was just so much trash. Like I said, the servers are just riddled with loot everywhere. It's quite ridiculous. Oh, we should probably fix this hatchet real quick. We're gonna make a doorway. Actually, Drusef, we might be jumping sooner than later over to Star Citizen. Did I just try to combine that with a rag? That is not how that works at all. Doot, doot. Yeah, if everything goes well for the certification process, it should be next week. Man, I hope it is. You know how bad or how long we've been waiting for this? Long time. Okay, upper frame. We're going to do frame, and then we're going to put on the hinges with metal wires and pliers. You still need them. Ah, okay, so it's definitely a thing. Since it's obstructed, you cannot build those lower portions. Dang it. I guess I'll have to put it like on this inside piece then. Fair enough, now we know. Well, let's just assume that it's going to be this picky with 104, even though I know it's not. Take this little guy. And I hope this works. Okay, so if we're going to go this route, you have to make sure there's some sort of barricade happening in the staircase, because if somebody breaks in here, they can come in, loop around on top of you, hit these scaffolds, and then shoot down on you. So if you didn't hear them breach initially, so yeah. I hope this one works, dang it. We'll be thwarted like 2 times. Next week, baby! Since I heard the 25th passed around, does it sound about right? Yeah, that's more of a guess on their part. Does the duct tape glitch still work in 104? Yes, we have tested that. Yes, thank goodness. It's kind of a nice gimme for all the stuff we've been dealing with, right? And all these different patches, performance, getting cars wrecked all the time by dumb stuff. Okay, I hope this freaking works. Upper frame, please. Now, we can create other types of barricades at that lockable door back there. There's upper frame. Thank goodness that works. Lower frame. We could even create another gateway upstairs too. And let's see if we can find our metal wire. I'm not really sure where I put all that stuff. I thought I saw... Do we have pliers in one of these? No. I thought that was it. Is it in one of these? No? Is it in one of these? No? Dang it. Alright, I think I moved them somewhere just in case somebody raided this. Thank goodness we can weasel through this now. Thanks, brother. Yeah, says let me watch some Star Citizen, fam. Yeah, baby. I cannot wait. I did a little bit of PTU testing for Star Citizen 3.6, but I haven't seen the new update. And there's like they snuck in a new vehicle. Wait a sec, I just picked this up. Is this what I want? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. See what I mean? It's like the same trash across almost all the servers. There's like 2 or 3 sets of like dupe gear that I see everywhere the last month. Pretty ridiculous. Like I said, we might as well do something good with this trash, right? At least that's what I'm trying to do. I mean, we'll definitely be building and stuff when 104 hits console, you bet. But it'll just take us a little bit of time to do it, so figure we'll use it. We'll do something. Okay, so we're going to attach this. This is very much the same in 104. You do have to have the pliers, and the difference is you cannot disassemble it from the exterior. Keep that in mind. Oh, we made some slight adjustments. I was hoping we could place this further up, but what we'll end up doing is placing another gate over here on this side to just stop people from... Oh, wait. No, we're going to have to make barricades. Dang it, I don't know why I thought I could just... Huh. Yeah, we definitely do. Man, that's pricey, bro. Can we place... Hang on a sec. I mean, this helps with the back section, but it doesn't at the same time. We'd almost have to create like a V here and create some sort of gate then. Or if you have a lock, honestly, you could keep it locked. But I was trying to create some more gateways in there, but... Man, this really complicates things. For some reason, I thought we could just block that gateway, but I guess we can't. Good job, Jade. Good job, brother. Like, look how much ammo I have. How ridiculous is this? Do you know how many times I found an M4 when there was no duping? One time. One time. Now I have, like, M4s for days. Like, that's ridiculous. Yeah, in this case, if you wanted to create more protection, you have to create a V out here. But if you have a lockpick, you'll be set here, and you'll hear somebody breaking in. And if you do create some barricades, even a barrel in this position will stop people from going upstairs. So I guess that does give you some options. It's not bad to do the gates back here, as that gives you more layers, but you definitely want to make sure your staircase is stuffed with some kind of obstruction, because they could just pop around on you upstairs. Let me see if we can place one of the... Ooh, you know what? Yeah, since our placement is slightly different in 104, more lenient, thank goodness. I was just hoping that we could place, but I was not thinking. I was hoping we could place it here, but maybe not. Dang it. I think that's a bust. Yeah, if we stick some more obstructions here in this doorway, people can't just snoop around on you out here. And since there's no server hopping, that is an impossibility. Dang, dude, we can't even reach this, can we? Well, it was worth a shot. Damn it, Janet. These staircases are bad news. Okay, well, lockpick and 1 fence is going to give you the fortification you need to start. If you want to go one further, you can V the doorway. But this is actually to do a staging area to do the even bigger perimeter, which is going to be this exterior. And another great reason why this is fantastic is this lockable gateway for vehicles. And if you do want to store a car, you're probably going to want to make some type of watchtower that has a rooftop, and you're going to want to stick it in this back pocket here so people can't potshot the vehicle from long range. And again, making a watchtower because it'll create an artificial roof for the vehicle itself. It is a little tight. You do have to be careful when you do it. At the very least, it'll get you started in this area. Let's see if we can go up to the top of the stack here. Maybe add some more pieces and parts as we work through. And that really put a damper on things. I mean, I guess if you're getting like the planks and stuff and you've got a vehicle, doing a V here is not absurd. And this just creates an extra layer on the inside. Just hope we can jam up the doorway over there. Jeez. I know I've tested on one of these. No, I tested over in Cherno, so that's just weird. Ooh, little burpees? Burpowitz? Alright, well you get the idea here. We'd actually create the... I'm gonna do this though, just in case somebody comes running up on me. I'm so in 104 mode still. I keep thinking that people can't jump in on me right now, since we're in 102. But they totally can. They can in 102, they cannot in 104. Does grenade damage transfer to walls? That is an excellent question. They do not. We have a video, 2 raid testing videos where we test how to actually smash in. One is on our own base, one is on somebody else trying to build a base. There we go. At least we're semi-protected. Honestly, if we created another door... Hang on a sec. Let me just... If somehow the restriction is there, again, for 104 for whatever reason, which I don't think it will be, or it won't be as strict as this. I want to see if opening fences would give us like a nice little barricade. But you know what? They would just... Oh wait, we just had it. See? It wasn't the way I planned it, but this doesn't work. Okay, okay. Forget what I said. I mean, that back gate is good still. We're going to place it right here. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. What a scumbag. Yeah, we're going to keep going. Then our next phase is going to be some additions on the top to help with some defense, and then slowly building up the perimeter. This is pretty hot, though. Okay. I know in 104 we could do it on the length of the doorway. At least we could on PC. I didn't think about going diagonal, though. What's up, Bio? Got another member of the boyfriend squad in the chat. What's up, B? Since I got all excited, I thought it was out for the box already. Read the title wrong. Yeah, it's okay. I just want to make sure people knew there was a wipe coming. You know? That's because that's important stuff. You want to make sure you're using all your goodies now. Because it's not going to be there, dude. Okay. I should be able to place you here. And I think I have nails. Yes, I do. Oh, wait. Did I? Yeah, grab that. Sometimes. Yep, I knew it. It's on the floor. It's hot. I kind of wish we did this earlier, but hey, it works. It works. And we talked about different ways to close this off, so it wasn't a waste. It just was unexpected. Says Jade, are you Canadian? What? Okay, upper frame. We're going to do it on the cheap first. And we'll assume that you, we're going to take the metal from the last build, just again to keep people off of our hypothetical nuts here. Again, we are building for all the ideas and the changes that are coming in for 104. Server hopping, what is it, ghosting. Ghosting into a base is an impossibility on the update, so don't forget it. Is the sun going down here too? Damn it, Janet. Can I heart? Oh, I can do that. No kidding. I don't think you can do that in 104. Although, have we had an opportunity to carry metal yet? don't know if we did. Fence nails. Tell me I have my hatchet so we can finish this. I lost it off my hotbar, so it leads me to believe that I dropped it. Please tell me there's another hatchet here. That would be awful if we didn't. Okay, close enough. That works for me. Do you happen to have a PU scope? I think I do. I mean, I'm assuming since most of this is all duped gear anyway from all these other scumbags, I'm assuming that they all have the best of everything. Alright, metal lower wall because that grants you more protection. Since this is our gateway, that's probably where you want to do it first. It makes the most sense. And then you can do the upper wall itself, upper wooden wall. And then I think we can still attach, well, at least I hope we can, because if we can't, we got problems. Attach our metal wire and make this a doorway. And combination locks do work as advertised in the update. Thank goodness for that. Did I even... Ooh, did I get... I do have pliers, thank goodness. I couldn't remember what character we were on. Oh no. Build gate, okay, good. Is this gonna create a gate where we can't leave? Oh no. Oh, we can! That's actually really awesome. Because again, I never tried it on the angle like that. That's sick! This is way better. I'm kind of glad we found this by accident. And then you close it like this when you leave. Bye, bee. Ooh, that's nice. I'll take it. So again, starting at the power plant, this is just above Cherno City. This is the first phase in this operation, securing this structure for your team. I'd recommend duo, but you can go solo. Have I been saying solo this whole time? I'm meaning to say duo, but anyways, I'd recommend a duo or higher, but you can do it solo if you got the cojones for it. Start small, start to accumulate your materials inside of the structure, and then build outwards. Start to secure the outside here, which is costly, but at least you've got a place to fall back on, and keep your potential alternates that would be protecting the area. I'd suggest an alternate in the mid floor and on the top to keep would-be snipers off of the hill. And let's not forget, this is a great place to accumulate car parts with these garages here, as long as you're loot cycling, the legitimate loot cycling. We're going to have people from 2013 going, that's an exploit! Be like, bro, have you played recently? It's not an exploit. And we also have this garage here, and the most important feature, in 104, zombies carry military loot. They can carry backpacks, and we have this entire camp that we can loot over and over again because we live right next door. So I think this might be one of the places we push for first when 104 hits the old councils. That and orange. So yeah, I think this is an excellent start. Phase 1 in our power plant build out. As you can see, we can do it on the cheap. So if you got the metal, great. If you've got the wood, just do that to start. Start to accumulate. Man, this doorway is so much better now. I'm so glad we found this by accident. Nice. Man, you lock these off too, right? On this. Oh man, this is gangster. Take a little peeks through the window. We can even build these out. That's tight. Brother man. Says, I've been looking for one since yesterday. Northwest Airfield. Yeah. I think you find them mostly in the shoppies in town, I believe. BioLazer says, but I'm going to blame you for clickbaiting because I'm a piece of shit. That's funny. I mean, look at the view up here. Even if we create these little side pockets up here, like, this is an excellent spot. Like, you can defend this base place quite well. And now it's going to take some supplies here to rope this off, but I mean, once you control this building, you're off to the races, my dude. I'm so glad we messed up that doorway. It's so much better now. Logan Rutter says, when is the update? Should be sometime next week if everything goes as planned. Fingers crossed. I hope there's no hang-ups with the certification process. Yeah? Yeah, PU scopes can be difficult to find for sure. I might have to take a whiz. Says, was the update for PS4 as well? Nah, not yet. Not for Xbox or PS4. I love your bush. Alright, hang on. I gotta take a whiz and I have to check something real quick. Be back in a moment. Love your bush. Hi! Okay, I had to eat something, take a piss. Okay. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put out my notifications. What a scumbag. What a freaking scumbag! Okay, Discord and Twitter piece. So yeah, game plan is to do some more building here with these supplies that have accumulated from Dubers. Right, because that's all these boards are now. Right? It's freaking everywhere. Yeah, just waiting, anxiously awaiting the update. Well, it's gonna be next week, but I wish it was today. I freaking wish. I would do some more building, and then the game plan is to do some Star Citizen as 3.6 just hit. I think we'll have some crew members with us from the Boyfriend Squad. This is excellent. Oh, we'll get some more of this building done here. Because I don't know how long. Since we're on 102, it's much easier for people to mess this up. This is anti-dupe measures for sure. Check Jade's playlist. Yep. We have server hopping videos there. Talking about the new mechanic for 104. And we'll most likely be doing another 104 stream on PC this weekend to get people more familiar with what's going on. Thanks for waiting, everybody. I'm back! Alright, I think what we'll try to do here, because there's a lot of building, right? We'll try to do some of this now, and then we'll switch back to the other one and see if we can't do that one spot. Oh my. I'm just leaving stuff outside like it's nothing. That's how you know everything's messed up. You should be cherishing all the loot at all times. That's how it works. Let's see if I can attach these. There we go. Oh, it's so nice that this door works the way we think it does now. Oh, it's so much better. Oops. It's so tight. Oh, wait, did I bring? Oh, I did. It says, do we know when the wipe is taking place? Whenever the update happens, it is a full wipe. A full wipe? I personally cannot wait. I'm trying to think of the best place for us to start this. Like, I know how many it's going to take, roughly. But what would make the most sense? Or, if we could even create, like, a little pseudo side box. Ooh, that might be pretty tight. Although, we kind of have to make it... It'd have to be something like this. It's doable, though. Maybe. Man, what is with the placement in this version? It is potatoes! Let's see if we can do what we did before, which was like the sideways business. That was pretty tight. Man, it's like you gotta switch between first person. Man, I know you can place this in the new one. I know you can. Wow, okay. It's gonna be fickle. That's fine. It's very much needed. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And then some. Oh, yeah, you're right. Manual said close the door. You right? Let's maybe try to sort out our front section here. Actually, we'll close the door in a minute. I'm hoping that whoever is left playing, right, is not going to want anything to do with a bunch of building missions. You see that? It was cool here, but now it's not cool here. What is that all about? Well, we'll place one here. Swish. It's just nice to know that they officially said they're going to do it. I kind of figured they would. It's just nice to know that it's a thing. Like, yeah, like you said, very much needed. It's a hot freaking mess on all the console servers right now. It's just an absolute mess. Yeah, look how much trash I have. I mean, I normally carry a lot of trash, but where did I stick the poles? Oh, they're right here, aren't they? Yeah, my hope is that there's not enough here for people to loot in this economy that they're gonna want to take it. I hope. We'll try to get some of this primed up out here and see what we can do with it. That place is huge. It's dope though, isn't it? And you've got the camp right there. This whole place is fantastic. It wouldn't be bad to create like another doorway over here. But if you start small and you use what you have initially, that's what makes this place so good. I'll try to get some of this outside perimeter so when we do the next piece, it's going to make more sense. It's going to get fickle on this corner, isn't it? Of course it is. Why wouldn't it? That's super annoying. So you'd basically just have to do something like this. Oh, I don't like the fact that people could just load into your wall like that. Oof. This whole corner is a hot mess. And that's on purpose. It has to be. And like every place you can stick the wall, it's like more cancerous than the next. I mean, I guess you could place it like this, but that's no good. That's trash. That's kind of good. Wait, get there. That was kind of good. We almost had it. I bet if we could walk this wall up here, we can place it. See how tricky that is? You would just get smoked doing that. Sorry, my English is... I'm from Argentina. That's okay. It's not bad to start building a base now so you know what it's like. I mean, that helps a lot. There's like places on purpose like that. You see that? That's crazy. Now this, you should be able to... Here we go. Gonna say. Yeah, that gateway over there is a hot mess. Now you see why you want to do the perimeter first. It's crazy. Says, I'm curious on how they adapted the controls for Xbox and for PlayStation. I think they're good. We've been playing on these controls on the Xbox for almost a year now. And playing on the PC the last few days, dare I say I rather prefer the controller. It's nice. I'm a fan. Oh wait, why don't I just take the whole box, Trying to get some of this built up. This is gonna be a tricky one too. I don't know. You know what? I think I meant to grab the other crate. This place is wild though. I knew Funny and Bird Box would give us some edge. Well, the good news is I believe when we switch over to the other server that we started with, it should be daylight by then. Anyone on Pokemon Go still? Where did I stick the other pole? Oh, it's over here, isn't it? Oi. And then if you have people on top of the tower, they can just be on Overwatch for you. It's tight. We'll try to get what we can now, put everything back on the interior, and then jump servers. Or switch accounts and move servers, so we can do some more in the other spot. Hopefully. I keep wanting to do the heart thing here, and I can't. I think if we stand in this wall and crouch and have that one thing down, I think we can create a wall there. I'm almost positive that you can. It's low enough. No wimps yet. What's up, Robert? It says, what's up, Sweet Cheeks? What's up, dude? Yeah, the original Pokemon stuff is dope. Yeah, creating the angle here is tight for this little gap, and we're going to create the little platform, so hopefully we can stand up and then walk down this wall and then plug that one hole. But is this one broken too? Dude, how much bearing have I been doing with this? Hey, and I guess the good news is when it's placed like this, we can, oh, my Winchester with the super chat. What's up, man? Thanks, dude. You gonna be trying 3.6 with us and Star Citizen this evening? Or afternoon? Homie, or what? Thank you for the super chat. He says, hey, Dad. Hi, son. Dude, I just had that. Oh, come on. I mean, technically that would work. It really wants to be a bee, doesn't it? It's just like Orange Gap. Like, you really gotta sling it in there. Jeez! There we go. Come on, don't be a bet. Yeah, oh. And then we can place barbed wire in the front. That's nice. Let's see if that works the way we think it does. This is love you, Jade. See you later. All right, Adam. This is... Yeah, I'll do some Star Citizen tonight. No work tomorrow, so I should be good to go. Oh, baby. Yeah, we're doing it this afternoon. And it's the new update, so... Yeah, swish. It's going to be sick. I mean, I know building takes a hot minute, but I was hoping we'd get through more of this. But we did run into a few hiccups here and there. I want to see if we can at least build that one up with frames first. And then that should take us into nighttime. Drive Anything says, wish it would add a solo mode to console. Okay. Took me a second to process that. You can buy servers. You will be able to in 104, yes. When is the update? 103, 104. Should be next week if everything goes as planned. I hope so, damn it. I'll be super sad, Panda, if something breaks. I mean, I would understand. But man, that would suck. How's probably the update today? Yeah, it's not gonna happen today. It's gonna be during the week, work week. Just mention me the time and I'll make sure everything's updated. I'd say start your update now. And then we can get stupid. I wanna say, I don't know, like 1 or 2 Eastern Standard Time. Right, maybe? Yeah, I'd say update it now if you can. Yeah, we just got the update. Or no, I'm sorry, it was late last night. Says, real question is, are we buying a server for the Jade Army? Yes, yes we are. Thank you for the super chat. Something always breaks with Windows. Dude, yes. Oh, it is obstructed. I knew it. Alright, we're gonna have to pop this one out. That's what I was trying to check. That's why we did it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We'll probably play, Winchester, we'll play official probably for a week or 2. And then we'll switch to a private server. But I'll most likely get a private server up and running in the first day or 2. Maybe like after the first day, because you already know we're going to go in so hard in the paint when it first comes out that I'm going to stream it for like 20 hours and then pass out. Yeah. You know, that's how we do it. That's why I'd say like a day or 2 in and we'll probably get it. Man, dude, this corner is fickle. Right? Right there. Yeah, if there's any overlap, they don't typically build up. Says, I hope not disappointed with that update. Yeah, me too. Super sad panda, dude. It looks good so far, like what we've seen. I don't see any like glaring errors with it. So unless somebody really shit the bed, I think we're good. Dude, this shovel's had it. Dude, what's with all my shovels? I'm trying to think. The shovels that I did get, were they off of like a duped camp? I don't know. Because it seems like they're breaking at the same rate, which is like, they last a long time, so that's why I'm a little suspicious. Like, I don't remember where I got this character's shovel. Right, can I actually do the bottom portion of this? Oh, no, I can't, because I need the... I just want to do the frame. Do it! This is how rare are our large tent. On 104, we haven't seen one yet. We'll be doing some closer to the shore kind of stuff, like showing off the new things. So you're definitely not going to see as much as you're seeing it right now. That's for sure. Just want to make sure we can frame up the last one, and then we'll move these inside. It says open the gate and remove the wire, and you can build an extra wall in a pinch really fast. Oh yeah. You can still remove the wire like that on 104, but you need to be on the inside and you need to have pliers. You cannot do that from the outside, even if you have pliers. You have to have access to the interior, which is cool. That's the way it should be. Holy shit, it's dark. Gee, this'll work. What if somebody like came in and they just like stood up and started shooting and be like, ah! That's a good start. Well, and like the way things are going, maybe we'll have to break this off until like the other day, but I'm just worried that someone's gonna come by here and I do all the work I've done. Like granted, I got all the shit from duper camps and shit on the beach, but it took me a hot minute to move all this trash. Oh. Metal sheets. See, another reason why this is so dope. We just got metal sheets out of nowhere, bro. This is a good spot. I think we're really gonna push for this one. I was eyeing this up a few months ago. And I guess now with all the duping everywhere, it's like, well, shit. We might as well do something with all this trash. Trash. I guess I can build this out real quick, can I? Catch. I mean, nails aren't a problem right now. Build it. Do sea chests only spawn on the shore when they're not duped to shit? They spawn in maroon crates. They are really rare though. That's one thing that we collect in large quantities right away. Look at that. Metal sheets. Oh man, that's tight. So if we get our own private server, will it be RP? Do you want to RP? It'll be RP butt stuff. Somebody says, how much is the server? We're not sure who's doing it or how much it's going to be. But undetermined at this point. Yeah, I was just trying to get things all tidied up, but damn, B. Ba 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 ba. Okay, we have planks and stuff in here. We'll put you in the corner. I know it's super dark. We're gonna try to switch. I'm trying to. Ooh, we made it. Did we? Maybe not. Oh yeah, that's kind of hard. I hope it's not like Ark. Those are expensive. I have a feeling it might be. Like Conan servers and Ark servers are pretty expensive. Call it a hunch. Swish, baby. Hey, Bio, are you have access to Star Citizen? Dude, 103 or 103. 3.6. Hi. Is that homie? Do it. Were they cheaper? Let's pop back in on this one. I'm trying to determine, because I know we wanted to do the alpha, geez, what am I saying? 3.6 Star Citizen. I'm like, should we wrap it now? I don't know, let me... I want to, but... Oh, you all packed up? Dude, it just came out yesterday. And then that would actually, so since we didn't get our building done here. It's freaking dark here too, isn't it? Damn it. Well, that's not good. Let's do this, because I know we'll probably cut this into like another day then, since hopefully everything's still there. We'll, okay, so since we're in 102 here and we're doing like building with all the trash that's everywhere, we'll try to do another one of these either, I was like Friday, but today is Saturday. We'll try to do it either later on today or tomorrow. And we'll try to squeeze in a 104 stream. I don't know when that's going to happen, but we're definitely doing Star Citizen. Like an hour or two after this, I got to eat something. But, and I know we want to squeeze in some Space Engineers too this weekend, as we know what we'll be playing next week as soon as it drops. That's right, we're going to be playing this game non-stop when it's on console, baby. So, I mean, it's a fresh wipe, so we got to. So we'll be wrapping up this building stream. Yeah, this was a building stream. And we'll be transitioning over to Star Citizen 3.6. If you like science fiction, stop by, give it a little peep, dude. I think you'll like it. And thanks to everybody here. Remember, we have a full wipe coming when 104 drops for PlayStation and Xbox. And yeah, it's gonna be good times. All of our team, we cannot wait for it to come. We are dying. So we thought we'd give everybody a nice little heads up, let everybody know that the wipe is coming. So do what you gotta do, and you'll be seeing us in Star Citizen 3.6. Coming up in like the next hour or two, so stay tuned. Thanks everybody for watching. Be sure to drop a like. And I'm Jade Monkey. That's BioLazer in the chat. What? We are the Boyfriend Squad, doing everything from the PC to the console, open world survival. And oh, that's actually Star Citizen there in the background, baby. So are the servers going down now? No. I wish. Yeah, I wish. Cameron, don't get me excited. So yeah, consider dropping a subscribe on the YouTube channel if you want to get notifications for this and other videos. And I do post daily in the DayZ highlights playlist. And if you have any questions about anything 104, we've been covering those in the DayZ highlights playlist. I'll show that in chat here. Be sure to check it out. Everything between server hopping, the new craftable crates, some of the raiding. So it's a good time. So check it out, and we'll see everybody again real soon. Thanks for watching. Thank you everybody for super chatting. Winchester, Caleb, appreciate you guys, and thanks to all the members out there. Appreciate you, and hopefully we get this update soon. I'm dying. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see everybody again in like, I don't know, like an hour or two. I dress myself.